Welcome back to
Loading Off Time.
Load us on your off time.
Welcome back to the Loading Off Cast, where you have a lot of time to load us. Anyway,
preferably around 2 hours.
yeah, around 2 hours.
Maybe.
So one thing that I thought was really funny, I want to preface this by, I don't mean to throw you under the bus, Aaron, but Aaron was like, "All right, guys, I got the perfect intro."
I had it,
right?
I had it,
And he was like,
and then I got into the cube and I forgot.
"Yeah, I know." He was like, "I got it, guys," and then he went in, and he was like, "What?"
Welcome back to the Loading Off Cast, where we're dropping this on you, like, fucking. I'll remember.
So,
I'll remember
real
it before
quick,
the end of this.
about the Schwarzenegger thing.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Okay, so
I saw security cam footage of it,
yeah,
and I am so confused at what I'm seeing. Why is he taking selfies in what appears to be a basketball court? Why is there a girl doing jump rope?
It was.
Wait, why is there a girl doing jump rope? Why did a guy decide to drop kick him? He didn't move at all.
He didn't move it.
I have so many questions, but continue now.
Alright, so I'm assuming he was at a school, like a presentation thing, somewhere in California, where, he's been a senator for years. I don't know if he still is, but he was for years at least. So he'd be like a guest that you bring in for like a nice event, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm assuming, especially like if it's like a field day or something like that.
Oh, that's true,
This guy.
Yeah. No,
why he got drop kicks, though?
One day you can be as big as me.
I'll open a new gym and call it
25-hour fitness. 1 extra hour of working out.
It's like, I'm coming at home, I'm coming at the gym, I'm coming all the time. It's fantastic.
Now remember, children, right now your arms are as big as my veins. But one day, maybe your muscles can be as big as my calves.
I watched that video so many times trying to hear what the guy said.
The dude broke his leg.
Yeah, well, you fucking would too if you fucking try to drop kick Schwarzenegger.
Why did he think it would be a good idea to drop kick on? We were talking about this in the Smash thing. Like, why do you think it'd be a good idea to drop? Who sees this behemoth of a man go, "I could take him"? That being said, should we do the introductions?
Fine, just fucking a rolling start.
No, let's do the intros.
Well, okay.
Okay, well,
the director said.
Bring it back. We'll bring it back. I wasn't done talking about it.
Sorry, continue.
I love that. Like, he stumbles like 3 steps and that's it.
He took like
doesn't
one.
affect him at all.
He takes like a step, maybe 2.
Yeah, he was like, "What was that? Who threw that piece of
paper?" And then everyone around is like, "Oh, are you okay?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm fine."
Check on him.
Yeah. He broke his legs, baby. Needs to work on calves more.
You skipped a leg day.
He leans down.
Leg day a bunch.
He leans down, lifts him up with one arm. "Listen here, baby. I will show you the way to work out your calves. Soon you'll be able to kick right through me."
Now, you only see him for a second, but dude looked a little bit like a crackhead. So, even more so, just it wasn't happening. And that's how you snap a leg in half. Anyways, guys, how have y'all been? How's everyone doing?
I thought you were asking the audience. I'm like, dude, you're not getting a response on Twitch.
We don't know about that. Hopefully one day.
One day we'll get...
One day we'll stream on Twitch.
One day.
Loading off stream.
Usually I start with Alex, so we come this way.
Yeah, go for it.
So let's switch it up this time.
Oh, wait.
No, we're going to start with Marcos.
Whoa! Things are getting wild. We're like...
That's fine, we'll fix that later.
We'll fix it in post. I'm sorry whoever's editing the audio.
Marcos, how you been, buddy?
I've been doing great. The fucking channel's been launching off. Money can fix anything. I am the best producer of them all.
Money, a little bit of advertising.
Yeah, just...
A little bit of community outreach.
Yeah, just like shilling out to your friends too.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Been great, doing good, working on videos, been uploading them, been doing like advertising. We've also hit a good milestone, I want to say, 300 views.
I'm extremely proud of what you're doing for the channel. Yeah, good milestone, 300.
Yeah.
300 views on that Halo video.
We got, plus almost 15 new subs. Thank you, by the way.
That was like in like 2 weeks, too.
Yes.
That's wild.
As of the time of this recording, we were sitting on 62, I believe.
Yeah, I believe so.
Before this, we were at 46. So yeah, no, we jumped up. We got a nice little boost.
So I want to say, if you're sticking around and you're watching this, or listening to this really, I appreciate it.
Oh,
I think we all appreciate it here.
We love you.
We're getting the sentimentals.
I'll get the sentimentals.
That's fair.
First.
Our loaders.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a cute name for them. Our loaders.
Our loaders.
Yeah, because that makes sense.
That's right.
I really like the name Loading Off Time because it's so malleable.
Yeah.
Like
you can switch it up to some
loading off stream, loading off
stream,
art,
loading
loading
off
off
cast,
cast,
exactly.
loading off writing.
See,
like,
anything goes with the loading. Like, it's
like
great.
loading off, yeah.
Perfect.
And just been doing all that good stuff. Me and Aaron been working on it a lot. Jacob's has, of course, helping out. His girlfriend, shout out to, by the way.
Shout out to our artist.
Yeah, don't give her full name. I can give her, I think, if I remember correctly, you can find her at Scheidler. Scheidler, CHEYDLER on Twitter.
Yeah.
And from there she has links to like that stuff.
All that stuff.
She's funny and really cool.
I think we put one of her links in the podcast video too.
Yeah,
that's true.
Just for she, of course, she created the image for the cast.
Yeah, sure. We recorded the image you're probably looking at right now.
I really like that picture.
It's a good one.
I'm very conceited looking at all of us. It's very good. Very dynamic too. We're all different poses.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Sorry, we're gonna try to get that.
I put in the poses because I really thought they'd fit with us.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're gonna try to get some more stuff out of that. Maybe make some cards out of it and some shit.
Woo!
We got plans. We got big plans coming. Big plans coming for the channel.
Alright, no one die.
Yeah.
No one really messed things up.
Really fun.
We have big plans. Next announcement, bad news about Marcos. Like,
Oh, no.
Oh.
I'd be wrong.
Oh, man. We're gonna have to find another fourth. This is gonna be a problem.
Oh, wow. Don't worry. Our legacy will continue on.
What's
we'll
Rob
cook
been up to?
with Blue Apron. It taught us to cook one of Marcos' favorite meals.
What's my favorite meal?
So today I was editing the Resident Evil
They don't know.
Part
It's like-
3, right?
Yeah.
And literally we opened with a Blue Apron ad.
Yep.
No, it's Audible.
That's fun.
No,
No,
Audible's
that
Part
was
2.
Wait, did we open with the... Oh my god! I love that joke
I love it
so
much.
much.
Yeah, we
But
gotta
anyway.
keep it going.
Keep it going,
Anyway,
Jacob.
Oh shit.
Oh shit, oh fuck, he's on the spot now.
Alright, so basically what's been happening is, one, my computer is currently on life support
It's just
because I have...
got the iron lung.
Yeah, pretty much. Without going like totally nerd in it, basically I had a pretty exceptional computer specs-wise, but because of a problem with the motherboard, I could not play longer than like 10 minutes on a game. No matter what the graphical settings.
We were able to boost that to about 30,
Yeah.
40 minutes by upgrading the heatsink and fan.
Yeah, to
Okay,
cool it
yeah.
off, because we think it was overheating.
Yeah.
And it still was dying, so my friend's like, alright, Alex over here was kind enough to put himself into debt to get me a new motherboard and like processor and RAM. So we were setting it up, and the motherboard was dead on arrival. So I have to order a new one.
Don't you love that?
Yeah, so I have a
Don't you
hollow.
love when you get a brand new part
Yeah.
and it doesn't fucking work?
Yeah, and I have like all the pieces in plastic bags stored away,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, man, please, everything just go right when this piece comes in. It's supposed to come in tomorrow.
It's supposed to come in tomorrow. We'll get it. We'll get it working.
Hopefully.
Yeah, one way or another.
We will get
But
it
you will
working.
get it working.
Yeah,
Hopefully
we'll
tomorrow.
get it
working. All right. Besides that, I've been doing a shit ton of D&D research because I'm trying to be an exceptional GM.
Yeah.
I want to be like a GM people can like go into and be like, you know, I want to go back and do that again. I had so much fun. And so I'm like taking baby steps and studying and doing all that and that. Besides that, standard Smash stuff and like art, writing, the stuff I think I said on the last podcast. So nothing too major that I can think of. And yeah, that's been pretty much about it for me.
Aaron?
Oh, okay.
That's fair. He went
That's
first.
fair.
He
Yeah,
was last.
All right, we'll switch it up. Same. It's kind of been the same since the last podcast. Of course, I've been putting a lot more into the channel, like Marco said.
Thank you.
We've both been editing a lot of stuff recently. We've been working on some stuff. We got our Facebook page running. We got the Twitter running. Go
I like
check
the
those
Twitter.
out. I like the Twitter. I
Yeah.
like the Facebook page. Of course, every time I post a new video, we post it on those. So, get those updates. Click that bell.
Oh yeah, hit that notification icon. Join the loading off crew.
Oh no, on the computer, please.
She's
She's fine.
Yeah, just went sleep mode. The monitor went out. We're like, no.
Aside from that, not a whole lot. I did have a job interview. I will get a bit more into later because that was fun.
Was this recent?
This was like a few days ago. Yeah.
Oh, then I don't know about this.
Yeah, no, I haven't brought it up yet. I've been saving it.
I've been
It was
storing it.
a fun adventure. But yeah, no, mostly just, been trying to get things going with the channel. Like you said, we got a lot of new subscribers, trying to make you guys happy. Just trying to outreach, you know?
Yeah.
Pump those numbers.
Oh, pump those are rookie numbers.
Rookie numbers, exactly. How about you, Alex? What have you been up to?
You know, the usual work, playing D&D with this fellow here.
I've been doing a lot of D&D.
We've been doing a lot, like 1 to 2 sessions a week, but I'm happy that it's been consistent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've been using it to help with my improv skills as well to try to.
Good,
yeah.
Good, yeah.
You can always find some sort of like, not tool, a skill to like hone with something.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry for interrupting. Continue.
I've been, trying to come up with interesting characters that I have fun playing.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, my first character.
Your persona character?
Yeah.
That was a really cool character.
It was a cool character who died in a not so cool way.
I mean, having a temple collapse on you is kind of badass.
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
Is it?
Yeah. I think
better
it's
than,
like Indiana Jones if he sucked. Like,
It's better than like you stepped on a stick and was covered in shit and just got fucking...
or if you're on a bridge with... So we had our other friend, who will remain nameless, was on top of a bridge with a bunch of wind, basically a natural wind tunnel, pushing at him. And he could not stay on the bridge to save his life, so he slipped off and fell 400 feet and cracked his skull open.
Oh, boy.
So,
That's unfortunate.
I say compared to that, the temple's
That
pretty
seems
cool.
like a little bit of a better death, yeah.
I've been working on my own videos that'll probably go up on the channel at some point if I can ever get them done.
Yeah.
Maybe do like an off series kind of thing.
Yeah.
Greg the dumbass.
Oh, is that his name? Greg
the dumbass.
Greg the dumbass. You know the...
Is his friend a grape?
No, it's
It's the Dark Souls one.
Greg the soul.
You know what it reminds me of? It's not like 1-to-1, but there was a Skyrim machinima called like fucking what was his name? Throthgar, son of Bothgar, descendant of Edgar, cousin of Eingar, the third, and anytime he would die, he would have this like 8-bit crushed voice from some game, and it'd be a necromancer that would come up to his corpse named Morgasm the Powerful, and he would be like, yeah, Morgasm the Powerful, and he would be like, rise up, this is not your grave. It was so funny.
Alex, is this like Greg's mind, basically?
Something kind of like that.
It's like a study on.
The initial plan for it was going to be like a nature documentary.
Yeah.
You see here, we have the wild Greg, the dumbass, traversing through the land of Lorgan.
A BBC documentary?
Yeah.
It's a BBC documentary kind of thing. And I was like, no, that's way too much script.
That's
way...
You have to actually write that.
Yeah.
That's the hard part.
That's
like the
exactly.
worst part.
Right?
It's way too much script for like a first series kind of thing.
You need a producer for it?
Someone to throw money at it?
Take it!
Take it!
Take it, you
Make
slut.
it better!
Make it better! Make it do this! Why is it doing that? I don't want
I
that.
don't care about quality. It needs to make money.
Yeah.
Sony needs to make a money.
If it makes money, that means it's good, right?
Give me pictures of Greg.
Yeah,
Look at Michael Bay. He proved it right.
Motherfucking money.
Yeah, so I finally went through and like I finished re-recording a run-through with it. And then I just got to come up with the voiceover.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
And other than that, I've been getting back into PlanetSide 2.
We've been doing a lot of PlanetSide.
You know,
just about to bring it up.
I wish I could have played.
You see, so if we do get your computer up and running tomorrow, this week is double XP.
Ooh,
I have
like
played a total of 2 fights, and I thought it was super duper fun.
Oh yeah,
Because you know about PlanetSide, Marcos?
He's
Yep.
played it.
Yeah,
Okay.
just played it.
It's super duper
Yeah.
fun.
So the thing with PlanetSide is, we were like, man, what can we do? We can all record. We gotta test out like OBS and stuff. Get some computer recording testing. What can we do that'll be fun for all of us? Let's try out PlanetSide. Me, Marcos, and Alex got it running.
Oh, I got it running.
This is how Jacob discovered his PC wanted to start shit in the bed.
Like, I never...
PlanetSide 2.
It was
killed the
crashing.
PC.
It was crashing with VR chat as well. But like sometimes on streams it would crash randomly. But I'm like, okay, whatever. But like, it was with PlanetSide. I was like, I can't play any like actual relevant game that's like a pixel game, or else my computer with 24 gigs of fucking RAM will crash.
Which, like, even Marcus's very ancient computer and my very ancient computer will both run it. So obviously, something's
It wasn't
wrong
even
here.
jet engineing it either. Like, it was just... It liked it for some reason.
Surprisingly, she's doing pretty well right now. Nice and silent.
Yeah, normally we have the fucking...
Well, that's actually the PS4.
It is both, and you know it.
It's
Yeah.
both, but the PS4 is just fucking worse.
But we do have the PS4 on.
Speaking
Yeah.
of the PS4, well, that's because it's watching video.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, we're watching this.
Speaking
nice
of the
little
fucking PS4,
stream.
did it almost fucking die on me?
So the other day, we're over here watching Aquaman, right? Jake, you were here with us, remember?
Yeah.
You had to go home, so we dropped you off.
Yes.
I came back to watch just some random stuff. We were gonna watch more movies, we ended up just watching random YouTube videos. And then it just stopped.
What?
It just
Does the screen
stopped.
go black or what?
Whole thing just shut down.
Jeez.
Just shut it down. Got very scared.
Naturally.
Very scared. Like, oh shit.
That's our source of income.
Well,
That's our lifeblood right there.
It's my only lifeline. And then I was like, oh, I got an Xbox One. Time to see if that one works.
Oh my god.
I have not turned it on for a good year.
So, obviously, being a Microsoft console,
It didn't turn on.
very, very much updating.
Ah, yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Thankfully, I didn't have to update the controllers.
Yeah.
That's the worst.
Apparently, that's only something you have to do when you first get the console.
That's
The fact that you have to do it in the first place.
Yeah.
My controller needs a firmware update.
What kind of fucking... Why is it running off of LimeWire? Just, oh my god, I got so scared. I was like, man, I'm gonna lose all that
So what
RE2
happened?
footage. I have no fucking idea.
So we were trying to troubleshoot. You know, we did all this stuff. Unplug it, hit the button while it's unplugged so it gets all the excess energy out, let it
Yeah.
sit for a while, all that kind of stuff. Got the fucking spray, tried to clean it out. It wasn't even running hot, but you know, maybe
Yeah.
something was going on. Just nothing. Thought maybe it's the PSU. Maybe the power supply just shat the bed. You know, it happens sometimes. Especially because this is still like a first generation PS4.
Gen 1, baby.
It's the like it's not even the slim. It is the old big
Yeah.
boxy PS4.
Leave her alone.
No, I mean I love it too.
She's
I still have the
sexy.
same one. Mine's just black like normal.
Yeah,
Fucking
same.
gay.
Anyways, but like, okay, maybe it's just her time. Unfortunately.
No! And then I refused. And then
So-
somehow my brother with Down syndrome found a way.
The next
That's
day-
not-
That's not a joke, by the way.
No, it was very serious. He does have Down syndrome.
Not drown syndrome.
He got
Down.
the J.J. Abrams.
Oh,
The bin drown
the
syndrome.
bin drown
The
syndrome.
binge. Next day, he was just playing like a motherfucker on GTA 5.
Perfectly fine.
Perfectly fine.
No problem.
There-
And as you can see, it's running fine right now.
Your brother is a sleeper agent and an expert mechanic from Russia.
Technician.
Yeah, he's
He's a mechanic.
No, it's not.
Yeah, he's a mechanic. Come on,
yeah.
Marcus.
Ryan worked at the same chop shop too, by the way.
Oh, okay.
I was talking about assassins, but okay. Remember the mechanic with what's the fucking
Oh my god, that's
dude
like
that
from,
the dude that shocked himself in the heart to get it running?
Crank?
That's
Yeah, Crank Dude. Yeah,
Crank 2.
Did
high voltage.
High voltage.
wait? Speaking of movies,
Chelius.
Alex, did you ever see Aquaman?
I have not.
Okay, then I can't talk about Aquaman. I will
Really
say
I've seen bits and pieces of it from
I think it is the best DC movie, and I will say this: I see why a lot of people like Jason Momoa.
Jason Momoa is really cool.
He's very handsome.
He is
He has a
very-
very chiseled
he's a
jawline.
very beautiful.
He's
man.
very sexy.
He's
He
the
He's
really
fit.
is.
Like-
He could turn me out any day.
Like every guy I talk to is like, I'm not gay, but have you
But
seen
have you
Jason
seen Jason
Momoa?
Yeah, exactly, man.
Like,
Oh, no.
what do you do if
We
your
were,
girl?
we were watching Game of Thrones last night. He's in this. I mean, he's in the
Oh.
whole series. But those first few episodes,
Oh,
What if like?
we're trying to look for that dick.
we tried so hard.
We tried so hard.
What if the girl is like, hey, so like Jason Momoa wants to do things, and you're like, and she's like, I know this may not be good, but do you think I could? You're like, no, without me, we're both going.
We're both in on this.
Yeah. Oh,
I
you,
get that first penetration though.
you don't want me to cheat on you? No, I get why you want to fuck Jason Momoa, but I want to fuck Jason
It's
Momoa
not
too.
cheating if we're in it together.
Sharing is caring.
Remember, if you think there's a really cute girl, tell your girlfriend, and then maybe she'll think she's
Unless
cute.
your girlfriend is vehemently afraid of vaginas, and you know it'll never happen.
How can you be vehemently afraid of
Because
wicked?
apparently babies come from there.
I refuse to believe that. That's nonsense.
It's still storage, you dumb fuck. I don't know what you're talking about. What's a vaginal?
Vaginal.
It's a vaginal.
When does it update? Yeah, what's the max amount of RAM a vagina has?
I think they need a patch, man.
You just slap the pussy. How much RAM you got on there, baby?
You have that monthly crash? Like, come on.
Oh,
we gotta,
God.
we gotta fix those bugs.
I like how Aaron was the only one that laughed, and we were like, "That's fucked up, man."
That's alright, guys need a reboot from top to bottom, so.
That's true.
Yeah. Reboot.
So let me ask you guys something. At what point do you think it's okay to look at your best friend's dick?
I like how Alex just started laughing.
Oh.
See, I was having this conversation. Like, there's a lot of guys that are like, "Yeah, I see my bro's dick." So what if it? For me, that shit is so fucking weird to think about.
Is it hard or flaccid?
No, I've never seen it.
There's a difference between, like, hey, bro, let me see your dick, and, like, you know, you're out at the pool or you're in the fucking locker room or something, and, like, oh, there's his dick, whatever, you know what I mean?
Or you're sprinting down
Don't
the
pull your
track.
dick out in front of my face, is what I'm trying to say. It's a thing that we've had to have a talk about.
Do we need an HR? Aaron, are you calling for help right now?
Remember, HR is there to help the
I
company.
mean, not the employees.
Yeah.
So,
I hate that.
It's entirely too real, and most people don't get it.
Yeah. It's
Remember, the name of the job is human resources. Humans are resources.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I forgot my password to my stock account. So right now I don't know how my stocks are doing.
Oh, no.
But
I want to leave it out for like a year and come back and be like plus 3,000.
Or minus $5.
Yeah, no, it won't go minus. It'll just go out.
Okay,
to zero.
fair enough, yeah.
Yeah, it's how much I put into it, and I only put $50.
Okay, that's
Oh,
fair. As
man.
long as it doesn't drop.
Your Dogecoins are going to be worth millions.
All right, dude, I'm telling you, invest in Dogecoin. Literally, you can go into the parking lot, pick up a quarter, and then be able to buy 2 shares of
I
Dogecoin.
don't know, man. I still think you need to get on those BK bucks.
No, it's all about Dogecoin. I'm telling you, man, Doge is coming back.
I was just coming
The
back.
moment the Doge dog passes away, that shit's gonna skyrocket. And then I'll be able to pay for a whole studio.
Oh, Grumpy Cat died this week.
Yeah.
Sad.
Rest in peace, Grumpy Cat. I believe his real name was Tartar. Her real name.
Tartar
was
sauce.
Tartar sauce, yeah.
And she made that family very wealthy.
Very, very wealthy. She got
How
to hang out with Stan Lee. Like, come
How
on.
much do you think they paid for her body? Because she's going to get taxidermied and she's going to
Definitely.
get sent to a museum.
What?
Yeah.
There's a meme
Yeah,
museum.
yeah, there's a meme
It's a
museum.
meme museum.
She's
Yeah.
she was a living meme. Now
She's actually, yeah.
She's a dead meme.
Is tartar sauce one of the first living memes?
What was
Yes.
the first?
Because there was Oscar the dog. The one that they would bark and people would
Yeah.
remix, but I don't think that one was as popular as Grumpy Cat.
That's Gabe.
Or
Yeah,
Gabe.
it was
Gabe.
Gabe.
Oh, Gabe.
Gabe's
Sorry.
dead.
Yeah, I know Gabe's dead. That's why I'm
Grumpy
saying,
Gabe.
like, I don't know if he was sent to the meme museum.
Probably.
Maybe.
I think it might be Family's Choice.
Well, for sure.
Well, yeah,
it is.
definitely.
Absolutely
They're not going to be
it is.
like, we're taking it. You want money or not?
You
Here's,
have an
here's
intellectual
20
right to this.
here's 20 Gabe for this dead dog. Okay, fair enough. I'll take it.
You know,
What? I think we can get over it.
I don't know. I have this thing where, like, if I have an emotional attachment to whatever it is,
Mhm.
I refuse to sell it for at least, like, $1 million. Because I'm like, if you don't care for it as much as I do, then you're going to pay out the ass. And if you don't want it, oh well.
So what you're saying is you're willing to sell me Sydney for $1 million.
No, that's minimum. Like,
You
Sydney's like 60 million. I love that dog so fucking much.
Yeah, but he likes me more.
That is...
He gets so upset every time he sees me. I
It's
love
true.
it. He's all like...
Yeah, my dog is stupid, but I love him. He's
special.
He's
okay.
fat, stupid, and has a limp, but I love him to death. He's
That's
so
why I
cute.
love him.
So cute, and he loves
Little
everybody.
Sausage.
Yeah.
Oh, he's like an overfilled sausage on
We got a
4 legs.
editor. Post a picture of Sydney right now.
I'll have to. All right, if I'm not editing, I'll have to send you a picture of Sydney. I have a couple.
Send a picture of Sydney.
Yeah, send a picture of Sydney taking a shit. Though.
No.
Why is that a picture of a bear taking a shit?
We're gonna Photoshop it right into that link too.
Have Sydney come in slowly.
We're watching a nice little brook flowing in the background.
Yeah, I'm not gonna record this fucking brook picture so I can edit it for a podcast that people listen to. Oh man,
this is for those video viewers only. The
no
30-minute long podcast, or at least we're at the 30-minute point about. If you're still watching,
this is where we get to see each other's dicks.
No. All right, where's the HR?
Come on,
Aaron,
boys.
I'm having trouble. My boss wants to see my cock.
So listen, what you need to understand is that he's still your employer. So
just let him see your dick, all right?
Director, direct him to let me see his dick.
Look, he's all of our bosses.
Look, we're looking for team players.
That's so true! Oh my gosh, we're looking for team players, and you told me during the interview that you were a team player.
You said that you worked really great with people. And, I mean, do you not want to... We're a family here. Do you not want to be a part of the family?
I don't show my mom my cock.
She's seen it.
She's seen it. She gave birth to you. She changed your diaper as a baby.
She changed your life like we will.
Listen, he's your boss. He's basically your father.
Oh.
Okay.
So look,
Please.
Just show your dad your
I do
dick.
not
Yeah,
like where
just
this
please.
is going.
I insist. Show your daddy your dick.
There it is. Alright, we've officially hit rock bottom. There's nowhere to go but up from here.
One thing I want to definitely do. One thing I definitely want to do, rewinding back to Planet Side, is I want to start streaming again and like have you guys be there on Discord and have like every follower I get like join an outfit so we can just like I can tell people over stream just to be like, all right, everybody pull out Maxes. We're just crashing this shit with Max.
Max Crash is fun.
It's basically you're a giant mini tank.
You're a mech.
You're a mini mech.
You're in a big mech suit. You're in a big Iron Man suit. You can't fly, unfortunately, but
No.
oh, if we could get a Max with an Infiltrator jetpack on, not
Light
Light
Assault.
Assault jetpack on it.
Man, thinking about that made me think of like a fucking like a sweary kind of game. Not sweary. Fucking
Which one?
Platinum.
Oh,
An Iron Man.
Oh yeah,
An Iron Man Platinum character
Iron
action.
Man Platinum character action game.
Did I? Oh, I was gonna tell you.
We already got Anthem.
Dude, I miss.
wrong on so
Anthem
many
is on
levels.
life support so hard.
It's wrong on so many levels.
Oh my god, Anthem and Apex.
So I always wanted.
So that roadmap that we promised.
Oh, the roadmap that doesn't
I
exist
hate
anymore?
roadmaps so fucking
especially
much.
when they're big lies.
They are the laziest piece of shit excuses for developers.
Oh, for sure. But at least if you're gonna make one, keep up with it.
Yeah.
They're never going to.
They didn't.
You know why?
They already.
There is no drive to fulfill your promise in a roadmap because once they have your money, they can't sell you the roadmap because they already promised it for
who
free.
has kept up with the promises on the roadmap? No Man's Sky.
That is true.
Surprisingly, yes.
Yes.
They're still putting time and work into that.
But to be fair, they never had a roadmap in place until after everyone complained.
Yeah.
But I
They are
applaud.
sticking with it.
Yeah, no, I applaud No Man's Sky for doing that shit. I think that
they
game...
have turned it into a good game.
They have turned it into a very good game.
Really?
It took them 5 years, but you know what? It's a good
Actually,
game.
by the end of year one, it was a pretty good game.
I want to play it again because I play it off and on.
Yeah.
But the thing is that I feel that the developers, and let's be honest, this is probably what's happening. Developers are like, they'll pay the money now for content later, and then once people pay for the money, they're like, we already have the money. Why
the fuck do you need content?
Yeah, because they don't have the drive anymore to like earn the money. So they're like, oh, we'll just make DLCs.
No. Fuck DLC.
Oh wait, microtrans.
Loot boxes.
Yeah,
There
loot
we
boxes
go.
and microtransactions.
Come on.
Which I agree. I think loot boxes should be outlawed.
Oh,
Oh, they are.
In many countries,
many countries, they are.
No, I think in the U.S. they should
Oh,
definitely
it
be outlawed.
will be.
They're working on it.
There's a
They're
bill
working on it.
called
we're
like.
too much of a capitalist country.
Yeah, they're working
It's
on
going to be very hard to push. I will
No,
agree with
they
that.
are really adamant.
They-
Like
they're
Democrats
trying,
and
yes,
Republicans really want.
Because it's straight
to
up
control.
gambling. Like it's not.
It
even,
is.
It is gambling, and you can't just have unregulated gambling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they can't make money off of unregulated.
That's
gambling.
what I'm worried about. Is that they're going to
That's
be
true.
like, so
That's true.
yeah, I'm wondering if they're going to be like, but if you donate like half of your income to the government, because you got to remember, America's still run by big ass corporations.
Oh yeah.
So like that's what I'm worried about. But I think that game developers are so up their own ass. They're gonna be like, we're not gonna pay you for that, and they're gonna be like, fine, gambling or loot boxes are banned.
Yeah.
And then maybe
Yeah. It's which ones.
Then they'll come up with a different way to drain money.
see,
from
I
us.
know, but I just want to go back to like you earn an achievement, like find all the skulls in Halo to get the Hayabusa armor, or in every achievement in the game.
Every
to get
game's
Slugger.
going to be a subscription-based game from now on.
Yeah, because free to play games make a lot more money.
They do.
Yep.
They really do. They make infinite money, basically.
Epic has been.
There's
doing
a
an
reason
amazing
Lotro and
job.
Dungeons and Dragons online are
exist.
still going.
Still exist.
I don't like playing free to play games too much. I like playing games that I enjoy, whether they're free or not. PlanSide, I understand it's a free to play game. I'm never spending money on it.
It is honestly one of the better free to play games in my.
I'm not saying there's
I am
bad.
fine with spending money on a free-to-play game if I actually enjoy it and it's worth it to me.
So here's my philosophy on it. If I'm playing a free to play game and within the first hour I'm like, you know what? I like this game enough to where I say, you know what? Here you go, developers. Here's a little bit of money.
Yeah.
That's usually my thing. Is like in the first hour, if it has my attention, I want to play more of it. I give them a little bit of money.
For me, it's if I'm playing a free-to-play game and I'm still there 10, 15, etc. hours later,
Yeah.
amount of time we would be expected of a real game, and they've gotten nothing out of me, I'm like, alright, y'all deserve a little bit. You can't do this completely for nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You gotta support artists.
The ones I do like is where you can just play the game normally.
Yeah.
And still get stuff that you could pay for.
Yeah, that's what I enjoy. I'm very much like it's free to play. Alright, I'm gonna play it for free.
Yeah.
That's about it. There's sometimes if maybe I have like an exceptional amount of disposable income for like no reason, I'm like, alright, $5. But for the most part, I spend that money on like smaller like YouTube creators on Patreon or like donating for like commissions or something like that.
To me, it's the same thing. It's just a different.
See,
it's the
it
product
is.
that you're getting.
Or you could just be like me and you just don't play free to play games
That's true, but you still
because they're gonna want your money. And
Yeah,
they're gonna,
instead you buy a $60 game with a $30 season pass.
I'm okay with that.
with like $50 gun skins.
I'm cool with that. You're
See,
trying
that's
to,
we
You're
always
trying to go
over
for
this.
Black Ops 4 and you leave them alone.
We always go over this that like that's what they want to hear. But the thing is that whenever I'm like playing a free to play game, for the most part, I don't think about like, oh, they definitely want to spend I keep it at the forefront. Yeah, they want to take money out of me, but the thing that bugs me the most is generally I don't know where that money's like who that money's going to, because I don't know if the artists get like
Goes to the devs 90% of the time.
Yep.
Goes to making the game better.
See, that's what I want to believe, but I want to believe it's like 20% goes to making the game better, 80% goes to investors. And that's what I don't like.
Okay, I can't say this for sure. There's, you got your big free-to-play games from your big companies like Apex and stuff. Run by EA, they definitely have investors. But like PlanetSide, like RuneScape, like a lot of smaller MMOs, they're very much just a team of devs that wanted to make a thing that they enjoy. And, there's not really investors and stuff. There's just, we've made this game because we want to, and we want to create a piece of art.
No, I agree completely, and I love that, but I hate, because investors will come around, and they'll be like, oh, we want to, they see a lot of potential in the game, and they're like, oh, we want to help to, like, give you some money to help really make this game shine, but you guys are going to owe us some shit.
Please don't.
And it's fine. It happens. A nice, crisp monster to re-energize those. Remember to get the loading off time flavor. Neon green.
No. Official loading off time flavor is the Mango Madness.
Yeah, it's true. Or the Mean Bean, if you're me. Or like whatever the coffee flavors are.
Yeah.
I like it.
Loco Mocha or whatever that shit is.
It's like White Dragon.
Oh, that tea's so
White
good.
Dragon.
But
The white
If
Power Ranger.
I could like drive to the I guess I could theoretically. If I could go to the developers' houses and be like, here's $20, here's $20, here's $20, I would do that because I know who I'm giving the money to. And like Patreon, I know a portion of it goes to Patreon, but at the same token,
it's a Patreon supported game.
yeah. Well, no. Well, if it's a Patreon supported game, I still don't know who directly it's going to. I'm gonna use an example. I follow a Halo YouTuber named General Heed, and what he does, he like mods Halo and like hacks into it and looks at like all this shit and like answers all these questions like for Alex, something that you don't understand is like, are there humans you can fight in Halo 2? And the answer is yes, kinda. And can you stop people from dying? Like really interesting questions that have really hard answers. And I'm like,
technically you can fight the humans in Halo 1.
You know what I mean, but like it's the Arbiter.
Oh, okay.
And so he's like, I'm like, man, this guy's super cool. I'm going to donate $50 to his Patreon every month because I know it's going to him and he's going to use that on his videos. Or food or something to keep him alive. So, but like, if I'm doing it for like, I'm going to purchase this skin, it's like, yeah, I get a skin out of it, which is cool. But if it's lining some fucking greedy bitch's pockets, I am not down for that.
See, here's the thing though. I can't believe it the other way either because we know there's the guys like the fucking Yandere Simulator and the guys making Star Citizen where that money is just lining their pockets.
I thought Star Citizen has like some of the demos for Star Citizen. I can't speak about Yandere Dev because that dude,
He's trying to do too much by himself.
he's doing a great job, but he scares me. Because
I don't know if I could call it a great job.
Well, because, like, he's adding a lot of, like, interesting stuff, but I don't...
It's almost too much, though.
No, it's not almost too much. It is too much.
I think it went from, like, a simulator game to, like, a game. What I'm worried about is going to happen is by the end of the time when he publishes it, he's going to be like, well, there's enough content for it to warrant, like, a $20 or, like, a $30 price.
Oh,
which is okay, but I feel like being supported by Patreon all that time and then making the game like not free, which was like the whole purpose of it, that would make me really shady. Right now I'm like 50-50 on the guy because he keeps adding stuff, but Eric keeps giving him shit, but he also makes some very controversial posts.
Oh yeah. Oh, there's some big fun ones in there.
Yeah.
What we talked about, he's the Tommy Wiseau of game dev.
Yeah, exactly.
Except that it's not his own money he's funding his fucking vanity project with. It's other people's. Yeah, we're still good. Just had to look back, make sure.
Sometimes you gotta make sure Audacity doesn't die.
You gotta make sure the PC doesn't die.
That's true. But, you know, there are people like that, but I don't support people like that. General Heat has like, not even 20, he has like 10 Patreon supporters. And he gets like, they donate pretty substantially. He gets like $200 a month. It's, you know, he's very small, but he's super nice. I got to talk to him. Someone hacked into his Teespring account and stole all of his money from his Teespring purchases. And they wouldn't let him get it back.
Yeah.
Because basically he wasn't a big YouTuber. And it took him like 24 hours to get back to him. They're like, oh, well, it's been 24 hours. So we can't actually like get the money back for you. Sorry. You should have had better security. So that's when I was like,
fuck off.
I know. I was like, man, fuck that. And I was like, hey, I like DM'd him and I was like, hey, man, is there any way that, like, I can help? Like, do you have any, like, PayPal or something I can donate to? Because I was going to drop, like, $400 to give to him. And he was like, oh, no, but I have a Patreon. I was like, okay, I can do, like, 50 because I can't donate $400 every month. I just happen to have it at the time. And I was like, all right, I'll drop, like, 50 for him. So if you look at a recent General Heed video and you look at the Patreon supporters, Ketchup Man 7 is at the very top of the list.
We're gonna plug in, Jacob.
No, I'm not trying to be like, I'm a great guy.
I really like that channel, huh?
He seems very awkward and shy, but he seems very humble and like, almost, he has like a very like, how do I describe it? It's, almost like
it gets you hard.
No, it's
apparently.
It's like pre-professional YouTube, where there's like a lot of uhs and like ums and like you can tell it's not scripted. He's just kind of going off and he's like laughing about some like silly stuff, and he seems very like warm-hearted and genuine. So I'm like, yeah, I'll support that.
Just like Spooky Rice.
I was just gonna say,
I don't know
plugging the channels.
Yeah, go for Spooky Rice.
Fuck
I don't know who that
Everybody
is.
go check out our boy Spooky Rice. His disturbing breakdown series. He watches all the movies that we would never want to actually watch.
I would.
Yeah,
I saw the devil.
I saw
Wait. What is Spooky Rice?
Spooky Rice is a channel, and like I said, he does a disturbing breakdown series. And what it is he watches fucked up movies, Human Centipede movies.
Oh, okay.
Cannibal Holocaust,
Serbian film,
etc.
Okay.
All those movies you don't want to torture yourself with. And then he gives you a full breakdown from start to finish of what happens in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Shows you the fucked up part, shows you what kind of events occur, all that kind of stuff. Good channel, he does good stuff. Gohan is his channel mascot, and that's pretty cool.
I like
I
it.
love-
It's a little cute Gohan.
I
It's cute
love
little Gohan.
channel mascots.
Yeah.
So
Cute in the Gohan.
Cute Gohan. So yeah, no, I mean, if we're plugging channels, everybody go check out Spooky.
all right. Well, if you want to plug one,
Check out Loading Off.
that's the real one.
That's the real one. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button.
Don't forget the notification bell.
that sounded so. Please,
Please.
subscribe.
We're trying so hard.
I mean that's like the YouTube game, baby.
It is, yeah.
You
You're trying real hard when you get that fucking channel watermark in the video.
yeah, but there.
Took us a minute.
Took us longer than it should have.
Took us a fucking minute.
To be fair, YouTube has a lot of issues putting shit where you feel like it'd be.
Oh yeah.
The
there are a
creators
lot
do
of,
so hard to get to.
like, there are a lot of good things of it, but then doing it, it's kind of like.
No, yeah, having a subscription logo and the side
Yeah.
is so convenient. But getting to it and putting it in is kind of annoying because there's so many tabs and shit to go through.
Yeah,
Maybe
if you're not somebody who's actually gonna dig in and go through all your fucking settings and stuff, you're never gonna see it.
yeah, exactly. So for starting out, it's kind of
Yeah.
ass. I was doing that when I was trying to find a link
Mm-hmm.
to send, but it wouldn't let me put the link into the Halo video.
Yeah.
So I had to. I don't remember what I did to solve it. It wouldn't Oh, I remember. It would do the preview of the Halo video,
Mm-hmm.
but I wanted to have just no preview and instead just put the link as a clear rectangle over the preview I put in
Okay, yeah.
with us together because I remember there was that sick double kill splatter
Yeah.
that happened. It was so fun. I love that video so much. My favorite thing has to be when I sent a wire spool or something and you just jumped off and I swear to God.
Everything's as it should
Yeah, and I just ended my life. That shit is so fucking
be. This
funny.
is the most casual. Oh.
I also like the Indiana Jones one. That was good.
We gotta plug that one soon.
The Indiana Jones one was
Maybe
pretty.
switch them out.
But I feel like we're getting too self about hey, check this shit out. I think
Well, you should also take pride in the work you do, because if you don't, then what's the point of making it?
no, I get it, but
Even the points.
no, I'm just bringing it up for people that are interested in I guess moving on with it. Let's see.
Mhm.
There's been a couple of things. I don't think we should do politics on this show.
No.
So
instead.
instead
Okay.
we're gonna ignore a
So-
lot of elephants in the room during right now.
Oh, I know where you're going.
No, I'm not.
Big
I'm not
moves.
bringing it up. I'm
Big
like,
moves.
I'm
No,
literally.
we're not
No, we're not
Yeah.
going there. Big
No.
moves.
There's a lot of big groups.
Because
Right now.
Everything is a dumpster fire.
Everything is
It's
really bad.
Yeah. You know what we should do? I just thought of this.
Yeah,
Can
very
we do
excited.
a recent subscriber shout out?
We can
on the pod?
Sure.
Because we had 43.
Well,
What?
what if our subscribers don't want us just saying the names out there?
But wouldn't you want to be thanked if you're hey, this?
Well, yeah, but what if it's someone where it's they don't want their name just out there?
It's not their name. It's their YouTube username.
For a lot of them,
A
it is
lot of
straight
them,
up
it is
name.
their straight up name.
Wait, all right, hang on. Let's see what they are.
I can
then
think
we
of two right now that is very much just their name.
My YouTube is pretty much straight up just my name.
What?
Mhm.
Wait, can I? All right, can we do people that don't have first and last names then?
Sure.
Thanks for Cumguzzler69 for
Alright.
supporting.
Wait, look, I think that'd be fun. Yo,
Our
give
boy Load Dropper.
and yeah,
You don't know, man.
because I mean,
It's your boy Plagueis.
Darth Plagueis.
While Marcos looks those up, what I was going to talk about was... Okay. So you're out, and you're looking for a job, and you're...
Oh, thank you. Yes, bro.
And, at a certain point, you just start applying to anything you possibly can, because nobody's calling you back, right? And when you do get a response, it's usually a rejection. So you see, insurance company, fairly famous. Won't go into name, but let's say their mascot is a duck. We'll leave it there.
This is going it's going, isn't it?
What?
Maybe.
Okay, continue.
And you see yearly annual income $33,000 to $55,000. No experience necessary. Exotic trips, etc. It already seems like bullshit to you, but you know what? Fuck it. Why not, right?
Uh-oh.
And then you,
I already know where this is going.
and then you get into the interview. You meet the guy there. And he's pretty cool. He seems, he's joking around with you, talking about stuff. He's telling you about, the trip he's planning and stuff, because you arrived a little early before the interview. Then you find out there's 3 other people coming to the interview.
Group
interviews. And then you find out it's not an interview as much as it is teaching you about the company and what they stand for.
Ah, to butter you up.
Mm-hmm.
Fatten you up. Really.
Yeah, exactly.
Did they ask you to write down a list of people to refer?
No, but they did ask for a list of questions that we had.
That's okay.
Are you a cult?
You know what? It should have been one of them. And then they break down the pay structure. You find out that $33,000 to $55,000 is 100% commission based.
Yep.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
You do not have a base pay.
Mm-hmm.
100% commission. On top of that, in order to be an insurance salesman in our state, you must be licensed. Which requires taking a little class and taking a big test. And you find out you gotta pay for that yourself. That test and class of which comes out to about $300 to $400.
Jesus.
Yeah.
And then he's like, "Now listen, guys, we can get y'all in there. We can train y'all for it. Y'all can do it. It's gonna take about 3 to 4 months before you're actually working, and then we'll give you a list of names to cold call. And, you got to get out there and sell."
I hate cold calling.
No!
I hate cold calling.
Wait, what's cold calling?
Cold calling is when they just give you the name of a person or company and be like, call them, start selling.
Yep.
Dude, it's Target all over again.
It's literally what it sounds like. Cold calling is cold calling.
I would have left immediately. Aaron, why don't you just double down on LOT?
I have been, but LOT isn't making money at the moment.
Well, that's why you double down on it.
It's been double or triple
Down on it.
I've made the fucking Facebook page and the Twitter page and been working
And
on
it's been
editing.
paying off. With people.
I've been working on that. We're at... Let me see. Alex, were you going to say something? Because I'm looking something up real quick.
So, yeah, no, I was going to say, it sounded a lot like a certain knife selling company I worked for.
Yeah.
So, at first, I was in high school, and I was
Mhm.
young, stupid. The only real job I've had before was working at Halloween City.
Yeah.
And so, go in, and it's a group interview.
Gotta love them.
I
Love them.
I hate group interviews.
Hey guys, if you're ever in an interview and you see 2 or 3 more people walk in, walk the fuck out.
Yeah, if you're ever in, just be like, yeah, we've got a few more people coming to this interview. Run. The pay structure for the knife company was 10% of whatever sold whatever you sold.
Mm-hmm.
So you do a demo as you're not allowed to just go door to door.
Okay, yeah.
It has to start off with people you know.
Yeah.
And then from there, it goes to people that they know.
Yeah.
And then it's to people that they know. So eventually, you're talking to people you don't even fucking
know
anymore.
Yeah.
And the problem is, in our town,
Mm-hmm.
that is very hard.
Yeah.
Because everybody knows everybody already.
Yeah, pretty much. It's
90% of the people I
biggest small
called...
town in the world.
Yeah. 90% of the people I would call would be like, oh, we've already got a set from so-and-so.
That other guy you know that you work with.
Yeah.
Also,
Mm-hmm.
I was looking up, is it against YouTube's policy to, call out subscribers? Good news, it's not. Well, one of the things that came up was, can I buy subscribers on YouTube?
Oh!
No.
You can technically buy bots, but they're super expensive.
No, well, you know what you can do, though?
Huh.
So you can buy ad space on Google.
Yeah.
Which we currently have 3,519 clicks on our ad.
Nice.
And 157,000 people have seen it.
Also, wait, how many people?
157,000.
What the fuck?
2,000 have clicked on it.
Money.
Yeah, so it was either the 10% of whatever you sold, the homemaker set, as it was called, was about $1,000.
Yeah.
So off of that, you make $100.
Yeah.
So it was either that or $16 per demo. that you do. Not per hour.
Not per demo. So
Per
you're
demo.
there for 3 or 4 hours. You're working for $3 to $4.
Well, so ideally, you want that demo to last an hour or less than.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is it's whichever's higher.
Yeah.
So say you do like 5 demos,
Oh, okay.
but in 2 of those you sell the homemaker set.
Go to
Mhm.
Firefox.
So essentially, you're only making money off of 2 of those demos.
Yeah.
Go to YouTube.
Yeah, it was rough.
So mind you, like I said, this is a big, reputable insurance company. It's one that everyone has seen an ad for at least once. Won't say the name, but if you know any duck companies.
Duck Dynasty.
Duck Dynasty! So, 35% commission. Solid.
It's not too bad.
Smallest package is $5,000.
Mm-hmm.
So, you make a sell, you're making a little over $1,000.
Mhm.
Sure. Also,
Mm-hmm.
real quick, sorry, I was just gonna say, you can only see subscribers who have changed their privacy settings allowed you to see that they're subscribed to you.
Okay.
So anyone not wanting to be thanked
That would
can
explain
switch.
why we haven't seen all of them. We've only
Yeah.
seen a few
So
of them.
if they want to, they can change the privacy settings. I was just saying.
If you don't want a shout out, But so yeah, don't get me wrong.
Would be some good money if you can get sales.
Issue is.
Issue is,
Issue
you
is.
live in the biggest small town.
Yeah. Yep.
We have almost 300,000 people.
Yeah, exactly, and everyone knows everyone.
Yeah.
Now, also, to top it all off, with the commission payment is okay. An insurance policy usually lasts about a year, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's something that you're going to pay over time. You're not going to drop all $5,000 for a $5,000 policy at one time. You're going to pay a little bit every payday or so. What they do is they give you an advance commission, so you get your commission 2 days later if you make the sale off of the whole $5,000, not just what they've paid so far.
Okay.
So you'll get that $1,300 in your bank right now. If in a couple months they decide, you know
You
what,
have to pay it
fuck
back.
this, I don't want this extra
Yeah.
insurance. Well, guess what? All that's our money plus a cancellation fee that comes out of your commission.
What the fuck, dude? No. How many people looked like they were enthralled in doing that?
All 3 of them.
Oh
Now,
no!
mind you,
Were they young?
yes, they're either around our age or maybe a little younger.
They like high school.
Yeah, roughly. High school, maybe college,
Don't get me wrong. If but like that's just saying like just one of them cancels.
Mhm.
But if like you do like 6 more in
Yeah.
a month and they don't cancel,
Yeah, no.
that's still a substantial chunk of money.
It'd be good money.
But the problem is if you're either not a good salesman
Mm-hmm.
or you just have shitty luck with
I'd be worried about them canceling. That would be my big thing.
Hi there, Jacob. Look, I'm about to sell you some shit.
No.
And this is how I sell it to you.
No.
How would you like to
You're
pay
very
for
warm.
something that you don't want?
Why are you so warm?
Because I am fucking selling you shit.
Now.
Now,
I
this
can
is
feel
what
heat
happens.
radiating off of you.
I know, I am fucking amazing like that. So,
This is
you
how
need
you
an
get to
AC
sell.
unit right now
No, you
to keep this warmth away from you.
No, you can just
So-
stand back. I'm canceling.
Well, you already locked in for 5 years, so I got you, bitch.
Well,
Oh,
this
man.
is my life, I guess, huh?
Now, the moment clicked about halfway through the interview when he's talking about how he, as the district manager, makes money off of all the people that are under his branch. So really, he's working for us, not the other way around.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, so it's a pyramid scheme.
Exactly. No, that's what they are. The knife company was a pyramid scheme, and fucking most insurance companies are a pyramid scheme.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty bad. There's a lot of pyramid schemes out there.
Yeah, we've only got 2 in the last month that actually have their names
Exactly.
on it.
Well, we
So-
can still shout them out. As long as it's not their
I
full
don't-
names.
I don't want to shout out one, and I'm pretty sure Aaron doesn't want to shout out the other.
I mean, if it's just like their first names, it might be fine.
I mean, well,
We'll make
also,
we'll make
At
them
this point,
fake
Jacob's
names.
made such a big thing about
Well,
it that
let
it'd
me-
be kind of awkward if we didn't.
let me preface this by saying no one can actually look at our subscriber base. So we can say the first name and no one can actually find the other ones. Because
Thanks, Terry McGinnis, for subscribing.
I don't know who that is.
Bruce
but-
Wayne, my dude.
Miles Morales, my boy with the beats.
Gwen Stacy, we love you, girl.
That's how Zone 10, you're the one, babe. Oh my god.
Plague just love us.
Plague. Woo! Fish titties all day, every day.
Oh, fish titties.
Whoops. Oi. Also, oh yeah, no, I'm just an idiot. Oh, okay. Wow.
Oh,
That's weird.
I know. That's why I got mad whenever I saw the 2 new subs that came up, and I'm just like,
But it said we
I
got
want to
like,
see others.
No, we've got another one. These are just the only 2 that
Yeah.
have their name showing.
That's really unfortunate.
Yeah.
Alright. Well.
Wow.
Yeah.
I know, that's very...
right?
So, unfortunately, these... I mean, we might as well just be truthful about it. I'm sorry, I thought that I thought there'd be more that had it, but I guess... Why do people use their whole... I guess because they use YouTube account? Like,
I mean, like, they use it personally. They
Yeah, it's
don't,
just
like,
personally-
actually upload stuff.
Exactly.
that's...
So
but
they're
even
not
then...
their channels, they're just people watching shit. on
Even
YouTube.
then, I feel like... I don't know, I would always want to go under some sort of pseudonym.
Well, I mean, like, mine's not, like, my real name. Like,
Mhm.
it's got a different last name.
Yeah.
But it's still Alex.
Apparently, Donkslinger69 is not a valid one.
Like...
Have you've tried?
I have I have like 5 aliases.
Yeah.
So I'm just surprised that like people don't.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, a lot of people, it's too much work.
I still
That's
stick
true.
with Makos no matter what. I love using Makos.
That's not even what yours is on PS4.
I
It's
know.
not.
On the PS4, it's fucking funny though. I get so many people
It's
asking like,
funny
"Hey,
it
is that-"
says your name is not something.
Yeah.
And then it's actually not instead of confusing people thinking it is.
but it's fucking funny.
I have multiple. I have like 2 that I don't even use anymore. I had 2 YouTube accounts I made. One of them was for a Dark Souls 2 playthrough that I never finished. And the other one was supposed to be for an animated story time that I never finished.
Yeah.
So I just have those, and I remember both of their names. One of them was just completely empty. One of them was Arbitrary Epoch.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, and the other one was Downward Skull Servant. Those were the 2.
I remember that one.
But now I just have like Burn Dial for my
Yeah.
the one I've had since like 2009. And have yet to ever reach 100 subs. I used to have like 70 when I went to like Moveloo
Not bad.
playthrough, but then I stopped because I got copyright struck, and then I was like, well,
Mine, like, I do have an alias on it. It's a Bector24. This is my...
that's a badass name. That's like a dog, right?
What am I-
Wolf?
No.
No, that's a non-RBR.
Yeah. Well, no,
that's a bear.
That's a bear.
It's a bear.
Yeah.
Beor, a bear.
Yeah.
No, it was... Once again, it was a name that I pulled out a couple random pages for a book. The old Darren Shan fucking Demonata series. But I don't think I have anything on my... I mostly just use it for watching and uploading like test videos to send to you guys.
I think for the
Mostly the producer. Because
Yes.
the producers are fucking...
Who was using the channel as his personal channel for entirely too long.
Oh man, it's fine. You can see all the shit I watch.
And you can see all the shit you watch.
Yeah. It's like spooky. Recently, it's something like spooky
Yeah,
rice.
recently it's all just a bunch of videos of people getting cut up and raped. Like, come on.
Yikes.
yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
an oof.
That's a fucking...
I didn't
mess
tell
for
them
me.
to make the movie.
I don't know. We didn't produce any of these movies.
Yeah, I didn't produce this shit. Now then, maybe I should.
We're gonna have a movie going one day. Our
Big Scream. That should be the name of it.
I don't know if that makes sense.
Well, the guy will wear like a decapitated
We're
pig's
gonna
head.
have like a Dr. Pig.
Yeah, like
character.
a Dr. Pig.
Okay, that's fair.
But it turns out he's actually a fucking pig head.
But he's actually a pig.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a humanoid pig.
There
He's
we go.
the monster from Amnesia.
What was
Whoa.
that? That was the scariest fucking
We're gonna
noise.
take a little pause. Well, we were gone.
Oh, you scared me. I was looking
No.
at Japanese guys flip a bottle.
That didn't scare me.
Okay.
Alex's fart fucking scared me. That was a
And
weird
apparently it
ass noise.
upset the wind gods.
Yeah.
Because now there's a storm happening.
No, we're just very windy. We're a very windy city.
Yeah.
We're in Taiwan.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I don't know where that came from.
Uh,
Whatever.
I don't know. I just thought about.
I don't get it.
I immediately like got the image of ladyboys. And
Okay, so we released in Taiwan because they're used to fucked up shit. Okay.
Perfect. He's killing a ladyboy.
Okay, Pigman killing Ladyboy, that works for sure. But why? We need motivation.
Because he's just like Pacquiao. He's afraid of his own sexuality and masculinity. And
this is why he fights for his country.
Yeah, just like Pacquiao did. Think about it.
Just like Pacquiao done.
That fucking country is demasculated because the women are coming out. They're going overseas to the U.S. and then sending money back for them.
It's true, yeah.
They're the fucking breadwinner. They're the bacon makers. So that's why he's killing ladyboys. Because he's killing them because
to cleanse the. Oh no, that's
something. He's killing them because they are doing a woman's job, but they're a man.
You know what? No, equal rights for sex
Exactly.
workers. Okay.
So that's why he's killing the ladyboys first, so that way the women could go back.
Okay, now do we do just like a straight up I Saw the Devil like ripoff where like he's got the secret agent guy fighting against him? Is gonna kick his ass every turn of the way?
No, this is like a cat and mouse kind of thing.
Oh, okay. So
not too much.
Our hero of the story is one of his victims.
Yeah.
Okay, and he's chasing after.
Yeah.
I like where this is going.
The thing is, he doesn't stay in the same city. He goes everywhere as much as he can.
Yes. Travel across all of Asia.
Exactly.
How are you gonna catch him when he's everywhere?
Exactly, because he leaves a pattern.
Yes.
So he's gotta look for ladyboys.
But nobody can connect it at first. Because how could he possibly travel this much? But turns out it's supernatural the whole time. Exactly. Dun, dun, dun.
And Liz is taking the same place and universe as the Jeff the Killer and Bloody Mary and Slender Man films.
Yeah, all those are going on in their New York apartment over there.
Yeah.
And you think that he's just wearing a mask the whole time. You think he's some weirdo that's too into pigs.
Yeah.
No. He is a pig man. I like it. Guys, look out for, what was the name?
Pig Scream.
Pig Scream. Yeah, look out for Pig Scream 2039. You gotta give us some time, right?
Support us on our Patreon.
Who was it that was making a movie? Oh, Spoonie.
Oh,
Spoonie.
no, that was like 2000 and fucking
Yeah, and it still hasn't come out, even though everyone paid him for it.
I don't think it's ever coming
I don't
out.
think
Didn't
it's
he
ever-
mention? Didn't he say that? Like,
Yeah, no,
I
he
don't
said
know
straight
when.
up, like, I don't even want to work on this movie anymore. It's like,
But I have all your money.
Yeah, no, they already donated, you asshole.
It's not about whether you want to or not.
You're
It's
kind
too
of
late
obligated
for that.
now.
Yeah. It's too late for that.
Mm-hmm.
Really
Just like on Dairy Simulator.
It's like poetry, it rhymes.
Rhymes.
It's circular, cyclical.
Cyclical, there you go. That's the
Time
one.
is a circle. That is why clocks are round.
Oh shit, that makes sense.
No, that's red versus blue. Red versus.
It still
I
makes sense.
fucking love it. Yeah, it does.
Red versus blue was so
It
fucking
is
quality.
So quality.
Was so fucking
It
quality.
is quality. You just don't like shit advancing. You like regression.
Wait.
Mm-hmm.
Hold up.
Hold the phone.
Hold on.
Hold on.
Wait. Hold the phone. Pass that over him.
Okay. I don't like shit advancing, but we definitely had the discussion how you definitely like running things as like a 2007 YouTube channel. Hold up. I thought the new Red vs. Blue series sucked.
That's a big true. You know that.
I thought the new Red vs. Blue series sucked. And I think that was because I think they moved away too much from what they were originally. I get that they wanted to add plot and depth in story because there's only so much you can do.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it got ruined, I guess. So, yeah, I like the Blood Gulch Chronicles up until about season 4?
There was 5 seasons of Blood Gulch.
Oh, 5. Okay, season 5. But you may
And
continue.
this is where I'm the opposite of like, hey man, we've already done this, we've already done that. You know what? You guys want to like advance this. You want to progress instead of egress.
But they did progress.
They did progress. That's my thing of that. That's my thing of they progress their situation because they can't do that for the next 20 years. I wanted more. Like I got tired of like the slapstick, like to humor this and that.
I mean,
it's good and all. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
It's great. But like at a point, I was like,
Okay, but at what point is it don't bother progressing, just end it.
Yeah, or
Oh, they're gonna probably end it soon.
I thought they
Like they ended like the fucking what's his name?
director.
Yeah, they ended the director's thing, and I kind of like it too because apparently it is part of Halo, but in a different timeline.
It's like
Because they agreed to like have it canon somewhere, some form.
they had like the voice actors come on and voice. I don't know if they like actually canonized certain things, but I know they definitely came in and voice.
Marines.
Yeah,
Halo 3.
Marines and Halo. See, the problem I had with like Red versus Blue mostly is that I agree with Aaron where it's like, all right, we should like definitely end it, and I think what they should have done, and this is all personal preference, is I think they should have ended it after like season 5 or along that line and just started a new saga that was more because they wanted to do like a more action filled story driven like narrative.
Mm-hmm.
And I get that it's like super good to use familiar characters that people already like, and there's still a slapstick moments, and there were outstanding moments later on. Mainly the text animation scenes were fucking wonderful, but I feel like I wasn't watching Red vs. Blue. I feel like I was watching like a fan Halo project with Red vs. Blue personalities.
And that's why I liked it so much because they got away from what they started from and they started making their own thing finally that they wanted to do. Like Gus wanted to write more, and that's what he got. He got to write it more. They wanted better fight scenes. We got that tech fight scene, which was fucking wow at the time.
Yeah,
Right now you go back to it, it's okay, but at the time,
yeah, no, that shit was like mind blowing.
like it was very expensive just to do that. Just to do that 3-minute fucking fight scene was like almost $100K, I want to say.
Jesus Christ.
I personally liked everything up through the freelancer stuff, like the where they go where like they're in the memory unit and then they're showing all like the Project Freelancer stuff going on.
Like
I personally liked all of that.
I think see the problem is like I like all that stuff, not in Red versus Blue. That's what I have a problem with because I see it as like, okay, this is like Red versus Blue.
So what if they took off Red versus Blue and they named it something else?
That's what like you mean like renamed it, or do you mean just like made it like a part of the universe but didn't have to do with like the main cast?
Its own series.
Yeah, like, if they didn't make it part of the main cast and like made it about like even if they kept like Tex in and made more just about like a freelancer.
It's like Red versus Blue Shippuden.
Well, so well, if they called it like Red versus Blue Project Freelancer, and they were like, all right, this is a separate series taking place in the same universe that has like only Tex in, and like you get to meet like Carolina and like North and South Dakota and like all these characters.
You see, the problem with that is
She got the green eyes.
they use a lot of seeds that were planted in Blood Gulch.
See, that would be cool throwbacks. I don't want it in my face. If I want to watch an action show based off of Red versus Blue, I'd like it to be still in the same universe. But
And that's why you go and watch John Wick 3 Parabellum.
Man, I gotta go see that.
I'll take you.
But that's what I'm talking about. Is like, okay, here's Red versus Blue Black Gulch Chronicles. There's a lot of like seeds being planted, and if you want to see where they sprout, you can go to that.
But you see, the thing is,
God
though,
damn,
is they play into the whole like major spoilers. Guys.
Yeah, I know.
Big
For like
spoilers.
I know
Yeah.
that's like the elephant in the room with that.
But like the thing is like they go into like the whole church isn't really a ghost; he's an AI,
Yeah,
and
part of the director's personality.
Yeah, the director's personality. Almost all of it is not all of it, but that first season after is like tying up the loose ends that Blood Gulch Chronicles left, and then moving on from there.
Yeah, and that's why I would just be like, I think it'd be better if they just kept them. See, it's really hard because they integrate the characters from Red versus Blue. I would much more appreciate it if it was like an all new cast of characters in the same universe, and that you could like identify with and kind of gain attachments to. That's, of course, my personal preference, because when I think Red versus Blue, I think of like a very humble beginnings machinima with like very simple style and very like to the point comedy and writing. obviously when they made it, they didn't think it was going to blow up.
Yeah.
And I'm glad it did for them. But the direction it took was one I was not supportive of. But hey, it worked out for them, so I guess what the fuck do I know?
Yeah.
But still.
You're allowed to not like things. That's fine.
Yeah, and I wish I did. It's just, I watched it, and I watched it again, and I was like, yeah, there are some funny scenes. There are some great animated scenes. It doesn't feel like I'm watching Red vs. Blue. It feels like I'm watching, like, Agent Wash's storyline or Tex's storyline, and they just happen to have, like, the Red vs. Blue characters, and Church plays, like, a vital role while Caboose just kind of does stuff.
I love Caboose.
It feels like, for the characters that they had doing stuff, they could have just replaced them with any other character. And it's like, yeah, it's funny that, like, Doc is with the meta, you know, but, like, you just replace it with another, like, dumbass like Doc. It doesn't have to be him. That's just how I feel about it. It didn't make me think, like, the whole cast is here. It just made me think, well, they have to come along because Church is in. And I think that's one of the major problems I had with it.
I never watched any of it, so...
I kind of figured, but it's one of those things that I'm, like, super passionate about, because I love Red versus Blue, but I can't get into, like, the ending parts. And, of course, there's that... I feel bad for Marcos, because everybody shits on Ruby.
Ruby is good.
I can't agree,
Ruby
but I
is
feel
great.
so
They have
bad.
made so much progress. They use that that animation they use for Tex, of course. They use
Wasn't it
that.
like Miku Miku Dance, though?
No.
Okay.
They tried using Miku Miku Dance. That thing fucking almost killed one of their PCs.
I believe it.
Like, almost. With all those fight scenes. But, like, Ruby is... It's good. I don't give a shit what anybody says. Fuck you. Fuck y'all's opinions. Get the fuck out of my office.
You know, I'm sure it is. I'm sure it's gone places and it's got better writing.
Oh my god,
It's
it got
still
so
not an
much
anime.
better. I'm fine with that.
Wait.
That's fine. That's all I care about.
I think the fight scenes are super good, and I don't like watching it. That's pretty much... I like
you don't
the...
like watching a lot of things.
I do.
Jacob.
I don't like watching...
You don't like watching things in general.
I like the character designs, and I like the fight scenes. And you're right, I don't like watching stuff. I like working on stuff.
Like, just in general, Jacob is not a watcher of things.
No, I know very minimal about shit like Game of Thrones and...
Like, you don't watch TV shows, you don't watch movies.
No.
YouTube's pretty much the only thing you'll consistently watch, and even that's spotty.
Yeah, it's mostly like Halo lore, Smash highlights, and the occasional Game Grumps. And that's pretty much it. If I'm not doing that, I'm working on like D&D or writing or drawing or doing something. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's just what I do. I get like bored, or I feel like...
I'm bored.
Yeah, there you go.
Pretty much.
I'm pretty hungry.
Yeah, you know.
That was a good set.
Great, all right, good games.
Gotta wind down.
Yeah, good
Got that
games.
adrenaline
Sorry,
rush.
yeah. All right.
That's how y'all congratulate each other after the
Yeah,
match.
exactly.
Just like Wizrod.
I mean, there's that Smash player that shat himself. I don't know if I ever talked about this on stream. There was apparently a Smash player that shat himself mid-set. He kept playing, won the set, and then left the venue and never showed up again. I always ask the same question. Why do you bother... Like, why do you keep playing to try to win if you shat yourself and you plan on leaving anyway? You're not leaving on a high note by winning the set after you shit yourself.
I don't know. He got that W. He walked away with a W.
No, he walked away with shit in his pants. That's what I have a problem with.
But with the W in the shit.
No one's gonna remember the fucking W.
I mean, at the end of the day, he's a Smash player. It's not the worst thing that's happened to
No
him.
one... Honestly, the worst smell I ever got... Because, like, I asked a lot of Smash players about this. Honestly, like, BO for the most part is, like, okay in my scene. It's only in, like, majors that sometimes BO is a big problem. They're starting to enforce laws where, like, they're gonna have people that'll actually, like, go by, and if you smell like BO, they'll find you and, like, suspend you.
Shouldn't have to enforce that.
I know, it's sad, right? Remember, at a local...
Oh
I know we brought it up
that's
several
dead.
times. We're talking about it again. Our local scene back in the day with the fucking big neon sign of the rules of...
Yes, I was
conduct.
just about to bring it up. We had a card game shop, and it was a neon sign for people to have hygiene.
Well, no, it was a couple things. It wasn't just hygiene. It was respect other players. Make sure that you leave your area clean after you're done with your sets and stuff. Don't forget to wear deodorant. Don't forget to take a shower. Brush your teeth.
And flush the toilet and wash
man.
your hands.
That was another one.
The worst smell I ever had in bracket was not from a Smash player. It was from a Magic the Gathering player that wanted to play Smash.
Yeah, no, that's a
and he
whole nother
smelled like
level.
shit and body odor. It was the worst thing ever. I almost lost.
Because he couldn't deal. Dude, that's like armor. That's like
that's why they do it.
That's a mind game right there.
This is my mind game here. You're in my world now, punk.
He almost got that W off of it.
I'm not saying like all Magic the Gathering players smell, but it happened to be a Magic the Gathering player that smelled so fucking awful, and you could tell he didn't brush his teeth.
Like every year, there's the big Magic tournament, and all you get is a million photos of dudes with their ass hanging out, leaning over the table.
Yeah.
Like, sorry guys, but stereotypes exist for a reason.
This is true. This is very true. Man, I got very emotional about that shit smelling head. Because that was so
The worst
bad.
time I ever got the worst smell ever was Seth came back from working out. I'm used to his BO, and I'm just like talking to him all this. We're just we're shooting the shit, talking office, talking shop, and he just fucking lets one go out. Good, just really good. I didn't think anything of it because his regular farts are like whatever. This one, I asked him, I was like, what the fuck did you eat today? He's like, I just had chicken and a protein shake.
Oh no!
It was
a big
worst. It was the worst fucking thing I've ever smelled.
That was pure
protein
100% concentrated methane.
From his room to my room to the fucking kitchen.
I believe it. Yeah.
And whenever I lit a match, that fucking thing went up.
And up. The worst. That's a toss-up because worked as a bartender for several years. You get that end of the night. I'm 30 drinks deep, maybe even throw.
Oh yeah, you got because they're like
and they're right in front of your face.
Yeah, they have the smell of alcohol in them. They're super oily because they've been working and because they're sweating alcohol.
It's not a great smell.
No.
Arguably worse though was working with old people that are very obviously not happy.
Talking about Target?
Yes.
Oh man, bringing that up. So last podcast, y'all guys brought up like how some kid got traumatized because the father killed their mother in front of them, this and that.
Oh yeah. My story.
I recently got one of those.
Oh really?
I've never had one. I've never had this.
Do tell.
I'm excited.
So I'm just like, okay, is that all you want? They're like, yeah, I just want this, and this. I'm like, okay, so I'm starting bringing it up. This lady just proceeds to just talk about, unfortunately, her daughter just got raped.
Oh
Wow.
my God. No, I'm not laughing at rape. It's a very serious thing and should not be taken lightly. But
It's just like, how can you casually talk about this in front of a random? So I'm just like, okay. So I'm scanning the other thing.
What do you say after that?
How the fuck do you react to that?
She was looking at
Thanks
me.
for sharing.
She was looking at me and her husband. So whenever she said that, she was trying to look me in the eyes, but I was just too focused on the screen.
I'm not gonna make contact.
Yeah,
Do you think people say that fucked up shit hoping for a discount?
No. Maybe.
No,
I think people could be just as fucked up to be like
maybe not all of them, but
yeah, there's gotta be some like white suburban mom out there that's like, okay,
I'm gonna use this tragedy.
There was this, I'll bring up this other time, but she just brings that up. I'm just like, whatever, I didn't say anything. I'm just scanning shit away. And she's like, well, at least we can finally go see the body. I'm like, what? So she just like proceeds to tell me in detail. Well, not me, but like say it to her and her husband. Just like, yeah, they found one of her arms in the lake. They found a leg in one of the houses that they were using. And you know what? Then they finally found the head somewhere else, the torso. I'm just here like, wow. These guys talked about it, and I finally got it.
Mm-hmm. When they say retail builds character, this is what they're talking about.
Yeah, retail does build character without 100% of the doubt.
yeah.
Fuck me, man. I did not want to hear
I think
that.
on every podcast, even the ones that we had as like demos,
Yeah.
we've talked about retail.
Because, man, it's a fucking trip.
It's a jungle.
It is something that everybody should have at least once. They should
Work retail,
I think-
wait tables, one of the two.
You know how,
One or
like,
two.
in North Korea, you have to be a part of the military for,
Yeah,
like,
5 years.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
5 years. I think that people should have to work retail for, like, at least a year and a half or something like that.
Yeah.
Once they turn 18, you're enlisted in the retail brigade.
Now, there was this one time where this lady did come on in and just bring up, like, yeah, can I get a discount for this? I'm like, what do you want to do for? Like, what discount? Like, what you count?
What's
do you,
happening? Yeah.
Like, what do you want to try? Oh, well, I found it on eBay for, like, $10. I'm like, is it new or used? She's like, it's used, but, you know, you guys can guarantee the same thing, right? I'm like, no.
It's not how this
Well, why
works.
not? Well, mine's new. It comes with a warranty. And you're not buying it off of eBay.
Mm-hmm.
Not only that, there's like $1 million other factors. Well, what are these other factors in, sir? Well, you see, I got to pay for somebody. Well, you know, the company's got to pay for somebody to ship it over here. We got to use our own delivery trucks. That takes gas. I got to pay the delivery driver. Of course, he needs tires. He needs AC. He needs this, and that's why it costs so much. Why is that? It's called capitalism, man.
Wait, Alex, you looked like
Alex, you look like you had something to say.
Well, no, it was just like the whole, like, yeah, you're enlisted in the retail things. Like, yeah, you get them, capitalist America.
What?
I mean, you're not wrong, but like, I don't know, man. Like I said, work retail, wait tables, one of the two. You gotta do for a minute, like at least 6 months of your life.
Do some kind of service industry.
People aren't NPCs.
Yeah.
This is true. That lady was mad whenever I just told her I couldn't do it. And then she started to perceively, like, just bombard me, like, well, you're a piece of shit. You just want my money. You want to do this because that and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, man.
You got me.
You got me.
It's almost
Now,
like
if
you
you
came
like-
to a store.
Now, if you like, I'm going to shave off $1 just to get you out of my face.
That's all it is. 90% of the time, that's all it is. They don't want to pay for the thing they came to pay for.
You guys ever wonder where, like, plastic bags go?
Into the ocean.
Into the ocean.
Into
Well,
that
I
brook
mean-
we're looking at
I
right
mean,
now.
I mean,
Into
like, I
Pigman's
was-
new fucking
Over
I
the
was-
coldest
bag.
turtle you've ever
well,
seen
I was
space.
talking to Cheyenne. We were going to the park,
Mhm.
and we were walking through the park, and we saw, like, a plastic bag. And one
Mhm.
thing I always wondered ever since I was little, I was like, damn, am I envious of a plastic bag? Because that shit just goes. Where does it go?
Jacob.
Jacob,
Where the
Jacob.
wind takes it.
Jacob, we can take you down to the trash corner over by the dock. You remember that one, Marcos?
Ooh, that one was ugly.
Alex, you remember the
At
trash
the
corner?
hotel?
Yeah.
Trash
Yeah.
corner?
The trash corner.
Trash
Trash
corner.
corner.
Please explain.
So downtown in our city, there's a hotel that the three of us worked at one point, and off to the side a little bit is a little like a walkway thing.
It's not supposed to
It's
be
not supposed to be, but
walkway.
everyone uses
People
it. It's supposed to be a
do.
water breaker,
Yeah, it juts out into the water to break up waves.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
That's
but
essentially
everyone.
what it
Oh,
does.
yeah.
but everyone uses it as the walkway. And in the corner where it connects to the beach that the hotel was on is the trash corner, where everything collects.
Mhm.
Everything.
I've seen dead fish in there. I've seen.
Picked up a dead turtle once.
I've seen
lo-
crack pipes. I've seen bags.
Oh
I've
yeah.
seen.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of stuff.
Probably
in there.
fucking needles.
Yeah,
Needles,
Probably.
beer cans, fucking Whataburger cups. If you can think about it, we've seen it in the trash
Dude.
corner.
Okay, if you've all known me for so long, what is the one fucking thing I really hate?
Literally.
Hate the litter.
Yes.
You hate turtles.
I love turtles. You know, they're like up in my top 3 favorite animals.
I don't know, man.
I, however, really hate littering because it is the ultimate form of laziness.
Dude, well, let me ask you this: that trash bag you saw,
Yeah.
did you pick it up?
Yes!
I don't believe you.
I do.
Yes, exactly. Anybody that knows me knows that I go to pick up trash. There was one time I went out in the park and kids had a field day. Shit was littered. No one picked it up. So, guess what I did on my run? I picked up fucking trash for the park near my house. Because nobody else wanted to walk 3 feet and throw it away.
You know, like most of the parks here in Corpus have at least 2 trash cans. No one ever uses them. I never see the trash cans full.
The one actually across here gets quite full.
Well, good for your neighborhood.
Kind of, yeah.
Like,
This is the dog shit bucket.
yeah.
There's a dog shit bucket. Which, by the way, somebody stole.
Somebody stole the dog shit bucket.
Somebody stole the dog shit bucket.
Remember that time we stole a backpack and found a tech deck?
Yes, actually.
Do you
That
want
was
to
a
say,
trip.
do you want to say that story?
Well, it was we were chilling at the park across the street, and there was just a backpack there.
I guess we can't say we stole
Oh,
it. It was
yeah.
literally just abandoned.
It was just there.
It was
yeah.
just there at like 3 a.m. and like there's no one around.
So
Like,
we
fuck it. Let's take it.
except
No.
it had homework in it, didn't it?
Yeah.
So then we're like,
Yeah.
shit, someone could be missing homework.
Yeah, no, it was
Let me
definitely
think
like
of
a
that.
kid's backpack.
Yeah.
I was more scared that it was going to be like a dead drop.
Oh yeah, because then we're wanted men.
Because then we took someone's stuff.
Yeah, and do we just give it back like sorry?
We just go drop it
We
back
found
off,
it. It could have been a bomb. It could have been a dead drop. And what would we have done? RB, we thought it was gonna be funny. Then we die. But I remember specifically that we brought it back, but I kept the tech deck.
I remember that. I completely forgot about that.
It was a
fucking
tech
backpack.
deck, dude.
It's definitely the most valuable thing in that backpack.
Yeah, it was a tech deck. Anything else?
For sure.
I love my backgrounds.
Yeah, I do too.
I love them.
That's a pretty good one.
It's,
Overwatch is dead.
yeah.
Unfortunately, so.
What do you mean, unfortunately?
You remember like
I
those
used
first?
to like it.
Yeah, no, exactly. Like you remember
When
those
it
first
first
few
came
months
out.
when it was really fun and really cool.
It was fun having those LAN parties too.
And
Yeah.
then the esports happened.
It wasn't even the esports, it was the fucking community.
Okay.
Tumblr's gone now, so there's
Well,
that.
because like the whole thing was like, I'm okay with wanting representation in games. I didn't mind that, but it was almost as if, and to be fair, Blizzard could have easily said no to the community, but the community was lashing so fucking hard for all this, like, I guess like, what's the term? Representation?
Yeah.
And I don't mind that. I didn't like it because I was just like, man, it sucks that they're like listening to the community so hard that they're not gonna like stick with their guns and like keep characters the way they were.
And, like,
But-
yeah, no, there's a way to do it
Honest-
tastefully.
Well, like honestly, I kind of liked the characters not really having too much personality.
Like
Yeah.
too much backstory.
Yeah.
I agree. But what really fucked me up was that every character I decided to play after Tracer got
They-
changed completely.
They got the J.K. Rowling syndrome.
Yeah, Mercy got fucked up completely because I was
gameplay wise.
gameplay wise. And then once they changed her whole kit, I was like, man, fuck this game.
Her meta's everywhere.
Yeah.
Everybody's meta's everywhere except Divas.
I remember there was
Divas is still pretty solid.
there's so much stupid shit in Overwatch. Remember Zenyatta hero stacking with Discord Orb when it got buffed?
Oh, it was so broken.
It was a viable strategy
So broken.
because they could tank kill. Zenyatta could take on tanks.
Exactly.
There was a chance that Zenyatta
And
could
then
win
turn
a fight
around and
against
heal some
Roadhog.
shit, like-
Yeah, he could. So Zenyatta train. Everyone discords a single Roadhog, fires one shot, he's dead. Why can Zenyatta take on? It's funny until you realize how viable it is.
And then everybody's doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which, I mean, they kind of... Oh, wait, no, they never fixed that only in competitive. Oh, they did the
there's
MOBA
no-
thing.
It's now certain modes where you can hero stack. There's only a single mode where you can hero stack.
I love hero stacking for fun. Like five, or is it six Reinhardts?
Mhm.
It's the funniest thing to see charging out with all your shields up. Get behind me! That shit's super funny. Oh wow,
He's a very smart boy.
he fixed an octagonal Rubik's cube. I'm very impressed.
Pentagon 5.
Pentagonal.
Whoa, Oct is fucking 8, you reet.
Octopus.
I didn't know how many
I'm
there
sorry,
were.
Octodad, go check out that video.
Octodad, check out Octodad.
It's doing okay on views.
It's doing pretty good. I'm so proud of Aaron.
Nobody's watched it, though.
Comments?
I've yet to see it, but I'll probably watch it.
Even the fucking makers of YouTube don't watch it.
The makers of YouTube.
makers of
I'd be
YouTube.
impressed if they did watch
I'm
it.
pretty
Honestly.
sure I'm just going to stick that gag again at the end of RE2.
What?
You know, the one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Do it.
You know,
I'm gonna fuck it.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But don't litter.
Yeah, all this to say, guys, don't litter.
No,
All this to say,
littering is such like low
support
tier.
pig scream.
It's so fucking low tier. Hate it.
Cast list in sometime over the next couple of years.
It's like middle schoolers specifically too.
Well, yeah,
Like
'cause
middle
they're
and high schoolers, they're
dumb
so
little shit.
yes, they think they're so badass because they're like fucking. I don't got to do shit. I don't give a fuck. And then
Literally,
they don't look cool. They look like dumbasses.
like we're talking about people that learned object permanence like a year ago. Like, come on, man. They don't understand that the world is a thing.
Yeah, like outside their bubble.
Exactly.
Dude, high schoolers are scary.
Little bit.
Yeah, they're
Have you
fucking
not seen
middle,
Aquafina?
middle and high schoolers. Because they have the. I never noticed until I was older. They are very self-absorbed.
Yeah, that's all that matters to them. All that matters
in
is
their
that,
own little bubble.
all that matters is that they're cool and that people think that they're cool.
And they get a relationship.
Exactly.
Yep, those are the big three. People think I'm cool, and I get a relationship, and I think I'm cool.
I think I'm cool.
But I only think I'm cool if everybody else thinks I'm
Yeah,
cool.
exactly. My self-validation is based off of everyone else's validation of me.
Honestly, the most times I've seen people like really fuck up validation is whenever they're trying to be validated.
Yeah.
Like honestly, if you just don't give a fuck, the coolest people are gonna surround
the
you.
dude at the party who's trying way too hard to be funny and he's just making an ass out of himself.
Yeah.
And me.
No.
Which one was I, Aaron?
Actually, maybe it's the same. But you went the other route with it, where you were just being an asshole.
And everybody surrounded me.
Yeah, kinda.
Kinda.
Like weirdly, kinda. But I think it's just because we knew some fucked up people too.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's okay. They would have supported Pig Scream anyway.
They would have supported Pig Scream.
I was just very awkward. I was just socially inept at that time.
But you were your little boy. Now you're my little Smash Twink 69.
I am
Twitch.tv.
I am probably one of the more social people I know out of like my whole group of friends.
Yeah, you're probably more social than me.
I love talking to people and meeting them and getting drunk with them and having a fun time. It's super cool. And yeah, you like
You've
that?
been working out?
Yeah, I know. I'm
You
jacking off.
Yeah.
You can drop kick Arnold Schwarzenegger right now with that arm.
Yeah, he's gonna drop kick him with his arm.
Let me tell you. Also, I'm a lefty, not a righty. Fun fact for the Wikipedia.
Man, if we ever got a Wikipedia made for this fucking channel.
Hey man, Wikipedia is just a thing. We can make a Wikipedia.
Catch a Man 7, aka Jacob, confirmed to be left-handed when he jerks off.
Only when he jerks off.
Only when he jerks off.
That's-
Ambidextrous writing.
That's the true stranger right there.
It is.
Stranger in this house.
Strange when you told.
That was actually a funny joke from Family
Family
Guy.
Guy,
When he
yeah.
would take off his material, it's like, run, little rabbit, run. Like that.
Soon enough, you will come back to me.
Yeah. That was always... I mean, Family Guy had some pretty decent moments. Like, as much as it got memed,
Yeah.
it's just like, there was a time where you're just like, yeah,
It was the
that's the joke, all
It
right.
was
Yeah.
the first five seasons. After that, it just went downhill.
I don't think the first season was that great. I
Every
think...
show goes through the change.
Yeah.
South Park did it. Simpsons did it. Like
They had South Park had that resurgence with that one season of Whole Foods.
Mhm.
That was really fucking good.
like the
Futurama.
last few seasons have apparently still been pretty good. Futurama.
Yeah.
Like
Oh man, Futurama's always been good. You shut your
No. There was one season that really, really sucked because it had to do with a relationship with an eldritch worm. It was just not very fun. Tentacle.
That was the movie.
No, it wasn't a movie.
Actually, the movies were no. The movies were their own season, I think.
On Hulu, the whole season is dedicated to that arc, and I think that is Futurama at its lowest.
I was.
But
okay
other than
with
that,
it.
I think it's a very funny show.
I feel like Rick and Morty's probably going through that right now.
I don't know.
You mean the
funny.
entirety of it?
Oh.
Wow, Alex, what do you got to say
I thought
about
you
Rick and
liked- I thought
Morty?
you liked Rick and Morty.
It was good and funny the first time watching it through.
Do you think it's just like oversaturated? Is that why it's like kind of?
Maybe, but like I just remember the first time watching it through, it was like, okay, yeah, this is pretty funny. Then I went to watch it through with someone else, and it's like, I found this funny.
Was it? Did it have to do with like the self or not the self-deprecation?
I
But
think
like
it's
the
more
really-
like the shock factor.
Oh god, that shit sucks. so much.
I'm Pickle Rick!
Yeah, alright, let's see whatever dead memes we can
Alright, guys.
cram in.
Well, that was the letting off cat.
No, we still got another 20 minutes. 25, roughly.
Oh, we make it. Let's just keep stretching it out. What do you got?
What? I'm not. The whole point of a podcast is to talk about whatever you're thinking about. And I gotta say, I think that Rick and Morty was like solidly okay. That's where I would put like a lot of shows. If you ask me like, what do you think about the show? For the most part, I'll just always answer it with like solidly okay, because I'll always have gripes with the show.
Yeah.
Um,
Love season 1. Season 2, pretty good. Season 3, there was a couple here and there. I'll always love Goodbye Moon Man. Always.
there can be good parts in a shitty season.
Yeah.
That is very plausible. It still makes this season suck, just less, I feel.
Yeah.
Man, this past Sunday though, my fucking god. The new episode of Game of Thrones is bullshit. I'm playing around, guys.
We don't know yet. We don't know. We're not.
We don't know
yet.
this, but I'm thinking about Star Butterfly versus the Forces of Evil.
Never finished it. I watched the first like season and a half, and I liked it. And I was like, I'm not like when we go back to. I don't watch stuff very often, so I'm like, I'll
I
finish
think
this
the first season's actually one of the
just
ones.
forced you to.
She's tried.
Yeah.
I think honestly, I think second season was the strongest.
I was
They went more with a cohesive story, and I loved it.
I loved the first season because it was wacky fun, and then
Yeah.
like I love the rest of it. It's just like the way it started was so silly, and then the way they ended was like, oh
Oof,
man,
that
they're
was-
talking about segregation here.
That-
Oof.
Well, I mean-
Not even just that. It was just it got dark for a
I got,
Disney Channel.
yeah, I got really like. Oh. We saw a young teenage boy get fucking impaled by a goddamn unicorn.
Yeah.
All I know is that I'm really bad watching stuff, and I watched the first season and a half, and I liked it, and I didn't know that happened, but it doesn't really matter because I doubt I'm gonna pick it up.
Probably. not.
Cheyenne has tried. She's like, "Hey, we should watch it." I'm like, "Yeah," and then I don't, because I'm just like, I have this problem where it's like I could watch something, but I have to sit down and do nothing, and just focus on this, when I could go like do something, and that sounds like more fun. So I do that.
See, that's where I have fun watching shit. It's because it actually does entertain me. Like I came here, like Netflix.
Mm.
Every time I go on there and I see something, I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna watch the first episode. If it gets me, it gets me. If I watch the second one, it gets me. It still gets me good. But after the third episode, if it doesn't, I'm out.
Mm.
That being said,
Yeah, the rule of 3 is really good for shows.
Tuca and Birdie got me.
I'm still not sure how I feel about it. And
You see, it's not for us.
oh, it's definitely
It's not for
us.
anybody in this room
Wait, what is
whatsoever.
It's not for.
What-
It's a new show by the production company of BoJack and Horseman, but with a new writer. It's not for us, for sure. Definitely not.
Was it like catering towards what demographic?
It's towards women.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. It's got 2 female main characters. Don't get me wrong. It's still pretty good. It's still got some good moments, some good laughs.
You want to fuck a plant?
You kind of want to fuck a planet for being real.
Jacob.
I mean, I watched Monster Musume.
That's off. Go fuck yourself, moment, kid. God. I'm sorry, I don't like monster
Wait.
girls. They're ugly.
All right, there's so many points I can make as a rebuttal, but continue, Aaron.
They're ugly. Why
You
do
know,
Why do you want to fuck a spider, dude?
Why
Why do you want to fuck
why
a
do you wanna
spider? Whoa, hold on there. You didn't have to tell everybody about that.
all right, we're gonna have to censor that. All right,
Censor it.
what's the time
2
frame?
black bars on top of each
It's
other.
doing good.
No, I was doing it to write it down, so you don't have to go through the whole fucking thing.
Okay.
No, he has to go through all
about
the thing.
39 minutes in.
39. Okay,
Hour
so
39,
hour 39.
What?
Okay.
Hour 29 because I think it was like somewhere.
Tuca and Birdie. I don't know. Like, I know it's not for us, but that doesn't mean I cannot still enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
And I still enjoyed it. But man, that fucking 9th episode really got to me. I was like, oof.
It goes places. It definitely goes places. I don't want to say too far because it's a thing that happens and needs to be noted. But
If it's from the producers of BoJack, I'm sure it's very, very controversial statements.
Yeah, I'd say it's controversial.
Yeah.
I'd go there, yeah.
You'd smell it with a fork or two.
How can I put this? I, as a person with a penis, would stay as far away from it as I possibly can. But other than that, it's a pretty good show.
Okay, that's fair.
I think you will like it just because it's actually a cartoon.
Yeah, I
The
like
first two
BoJack where it's
episodes.
how can I put it? BoJack, it's a cartoon art style, but they're trying to be kind of realistic with it in a way.
I don't just care about like cartoons. I was trying to watch. Well, I still need to watch. I should say, March Comes In Like a Lion. That one's pretty good.
That's an anime. I'd still classify it as cartoonish.
Yeah, but so's BoJack, technically speaking.
That's animation. They're animating characters. Like that's
what anime is. It's an anime.
That's the thing I hate. But if it's animated or anime or cartoon, it's all the same shit.
Yeah, so like it doesn't. To like say that I wouldn't. I don't care for BoJack because it's like adult is kind of like redundant because it's like it's adult but it's a cartoon. But you know whatever. The point is that I need to finish that show because that show's pretty good. That anime.
Yeah, but BoJack is pretty good.
It's pretty good.
I mean,
can't wait for the next season.
I just think like I just think like shows you guys are interested in, shows I'm interested. Pretty much, I think I'm just not good at watching shows. That's the big thing. Because I don't hate BoJack. I'm just like I don't get that emotional feedback that you guys do. So I'm just like okay.
Yeah, no, like
You're a little
literally,
sociopath.
literally nothing in BoJack has affected you. Where I know several other people it has sent into some serious spirals.
Why should I care if this isn't happening to me?
Because it should.
Because things like this happen in life. That has happened to.
I
other
don't,
people.
but it's happening to him, not me. I've moved on from that trauma, so why should I?
But
like-
you're relating to it.
But I've moved on from it. To acknowledge that it happened and move on from it is to accept that you're not going to look back on it again. But if like that's trauma, it's one thing if it's like
You should definitely never forget, but you should always forgive.
Well,
And that's what I try and do, but I can never forget.
well
There's-
here's
there's
And I
some
torture
things-
myself because I can never forget. Because I want to move on from it.
well okay.
The only way to move on from it is to remember what I did.
Well, here's the thing, right? Is like
That's how I see
this is just like for me. This is all like philosophical shit. Welcome to the philosophical offcast.
Welcome where you fucked up by being a male.
But
Remember, you're a piece of shit because you were born with the Y chromosome.
I feel that like if I and maybe this is what it is once I have like something traumatic happen to me, and without saying things, I have had traumatic experiences. We've all had.
I'm perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
We've all had traumatic experiences. The main thing that I like to do is find a resolution for it and then make peace with it and move on from it and like learn from it. But the thing is to keep that emotional feeling of like sadness and all those depressive emotions is to not fully accept that it has happened and that you've moved on from it. So when I see like a character that I guess it's like going through something sad and traumatic that I can relate to, I feel like, well, I feel almost like, man, I've really improved since then because I've moved on from that experience. So instead of feeling sad, I'm like, I'm no longer that person.
Mm-hmm.
I'm somebody different because I don't have that dark, depressing grip holding on to me because I've come to terms with it. But that's just me.
There is something to say to letting go and not letting it affect you anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I don't know, maybe this is just us. Maybe we're the ones that are all fucked up and broken. But even things that like
After
gotten
watching,
past stuff.
watching BoJack, I
Yeah.
think it's okay being a piece of shit.
I don't think that's quite the message it's going for.
I think it might be, but you continue.
Where you at?
What's it? Things that you have accepted, and even things that don't necessarily affect you anymore, because they're done. They happened so long ago. They're a footnote in your life at this point. They can still bring up these feelings in you that were there at one point, and they can still make you. I don't know. It's like feeling what you were feeling at the time.
I guess, but I don't know because I think that comes with like how your mind works. Because for the most part, when I like think about a negative situation, I'm like, man, it's pretty cool. I'm past that, and I'm just like, all right, next problem. Let's go.
Like, there's still a particular song I have trouble listening to because of a moment that happened several years ago.
I get that. I guess there's like maybe. I don't know. I'm trying to think. Alex, what about you? You look like you're being a therapist. Like you're nodding a lot, and you're like, I see.
Alex is just over there.
I'm better than these assholes.
Man, I thought this was my day off.
Oh yeah. Well, I love talking about.
Quick, give Marcos the booty juice.
I love talking.
He's aggressive.
Well, I love talking about like very like humanistic concepts like that because it brings up like how each of us are like different in certain situations and aspects like that, and like thought process and how we go about things. And that's what, man, I'm gonna go like super like, well, I guess Marcos got real, so I guess I should too. It's like that's what kind of makes us like all human and different, is how we like perceive things and how experiences change us and mold us, and whether like how those experiences affect us years later.
It's like how. Like, I think back on that day, is like, it helped shape me who I am right now.
Exactly.
Because what if I didn't do that? What kind of person would I be then? Would I have actually acted on that impulse, or would I have done it to somebody else? Or would I have just been that piece of shit that just consistently, like, had that state of mind of being just depressed?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that's why I'm a little glad it happened, but even then, like, I have to remember... I don't want to go through that again. You don't want to egress. You want to progress yourself. I think I progressed okay. I should be better, I want to say. But there are times where, like, you just think about it because you either want to torture yourself over it, or it's because you want to think of better ways you could have done it.
I don't
improved on yourself.
I recently had a training at work, and while it was going on, I was complaining about it, because it was just like, they could have just handed me this list of videos to watch.
Yeah.
And, been done with it.
That's training 101.
Yeah, but then they went further into the videos, and it's like, okay, yeah, no, this was pretty interesting. And if y'all like, I could get those links and we could put them in, like, the description or something.
Mm-hmm.
But it's all about trauma-informed care. So it's how trauma affects people, how it affects their lives, stuff from when you're a little kid, just something as simple as, one time your mom doesn't pay as much attention to you as she should.
Yeah.
And that affects you the rest of your life. Yeah. Even if it's just one instance.
That's wild.
It's just something you can't let go of.
Yeah, it's just that one instance fucks you up.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So if y'all want, I've got just a list of YouTube videos. So it's all stuff that could be found just by careful searching anyway. So
now I gotta not use use the channel to look up these videos. What? Why are they watching like self-help videos?
What? Are they okay?
No, the answer is no.
How to sharpen your blade 101.
But like they're all very interesting, and like I just think it's something, even if you don't work in the healthcare profession, or it's something that you could use in retail, you could use in other jobs.
I think you bring up a very valid point, because I think it's super duper important to understand yourself, and I think like videos like that help you really like dig deep down, because a lot of times people are quick to just like build over a certain issue instead of like acknowledging that happened, and I think that's a big problem. Or if you're like me, not knowing what the fuck the problem actually is, that put you in that situation. And that's a lot of like meditation and like keeping to yourself and trying to really acknowledge who you are as a person and who you want to be.
See, I kind of feel bad. Like, there are instances where I do want to talk about it, but then it's like, fuck, man, if I talk about it to anybody else, it's going to sound like a pussy.
Yeah. No,
not like a pussy, but like, well, you sound like, I think I would sound like a pussy, or somebody that's like, needs attention or wants attention.
Well, that's like a self-defense mechanism.
Yeah, but
to like stop you from, whenever you get that feeling of like wanting to talk to someone, your brain already has itself set on a course. It's like, we are going to torture ourselves with this, and we are gonna like it because it's what we do.
We deserve it.
Yeah, we deserve it. But what happens is whenever you start talking about it, and I know what you mean because I cannot stand, and this is gonna sound really weird to people, I cannot stand being very lovey-dovey to my family. Like whenever I show like sympathy to like my sister when she's sad, I feel so gross and uncomfortable with the situation. And that's because your brain is like, this is not how it's supposed to be. You're not doing this right. Hold on, what's going on? And that's it. I'm trying to remember where I read it. It was some sort of psychological self-help book, ironically enough. I was talking about how the brain uses this as a way to try to normalize itself. So you have to keep reinforcing. That's why therapy sessions, you have to go repeatedly.
Yeah, you can't just one and done therapy.
Yeah, and you have to talk about it.
You gotta really get to the root of it.
Yeah, is because your brain keeps making you feel uncomfortable and disgusted with yourself, and the therapist is there to make you feel okay with that. And kind of understand until that brain normalizes that function. And it's gonna feel weird, and it's gonna feel bad because your body's like, this isn't supposed to be how it is. But honestly, I think personally, and this is just going on me, if you have something that's bothering you and it really eats at you, you need to talk to someone about that shit, because trying to handle it alone, it's not gonna work. Yeah, you cannot get to the root of it.
See, this is where 1800, some Rumplemans.
That is not
my
a good
best friend Jack Daniels.
That
is not a healthy coping mechanism.
I don't know, man.
No.
On the back it says 100% effective to fuck you up. I'm like, well, the bottle's not lying to me.
And fuck you up it will.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
And others that you love.
No, that's why I like
we
the
haven't
door.
been there, but loading off time does not officially condone that as a coping mechanism.
I as a person don't condone.
Yeah,
that
no, I was gonna
as a
say alcohol is for fun.
Yeah,
and
spousal abuse is real.
It's to make a fun time more fun. Just don't drink and drive. And I'm not your dad, but
Yeah, how are you gonna watch the fucking videos whenever you're dead, stupid?
Oh Jesus!
Wow. Okay.
I mean,
support Pigskin.
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 Like 3 times.
Support football.
Loading off time does not officially condone football.
But yeah, like real shit. You gotta talk to someone. Talk to someone. Don't deal with that shit yourself. It doesn't work.
A part of it too is just like the human brain likes to mellow in the happy juices. Sometimes it likes to mellow in the sad juices too. You're feeling bad, you put on a sad song, feel worse. You're feeling bad, you watch something depressing, feel worse.
Yeah.
You don't always know why you do it, but you do it and you spiral and you get even worse.
See, that's why I kind of hate myself because, I've been watching those fucking ghost videos and shit. Like, I don't want to watch this shit at night. Why the fuck am I keep watching this shit at night?
Why do I keep playing this game if I'm getting angry and not having fun?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that your, like plea for please Anthem be better?
No. I gave that up week 2.
I used to have a problem where, now that I think about it, I totally forgot I did this. When I was in about middle school to high school, there would just be times where for 2 weeks I would, during summer, I would, sit in my room and, I would take the mattress off my bed and I would lay down on the iron bars of the bed frame and just eat animal crackers and drink water for, a week straight. And I totally forgot I did that. And I would just, stew. And I don't remember what the fuck happened because it's all kind of a blur. But I know it
should be.
I don't know what we're high-fiving about, but yeah!
I missed that one too.
You see, touching on that, fun fact, most mental illnesses, be it depression, aggression, whatever, do fuck with your memory.
Yeah, they do.
Oh.
They absolutely do.
Yeah. I keep saying and I don't mean to make it about me, but I'm just giving examples because, I don't know if, yeah, sure, fuck it. I'll say it because I already said it on my stream. So, I went to a mental hospital, right? And I was given antidepressants, which made me hyper aggressive,
Mm-hmm.
and
That is a known side effect for a lot of them.
yeah, it was really bad. I was like screaming and like threatening violence. It was really bad shit. And so I stopped taking them and basically discovered my own way to. And I'm not saying you should do this. I'm just saying this worked for me, right?
Talk it over with a therapist and psychologist before you just quit taking medications.
Yeah, okay. Because, like, I don't want people to think, like, it worked for him.
Assuming you can afford it, because it's still healthcare and it's fucked up.
Yeah, it's true.
There's always stuff to help out.
Yeah,
It's true.
but
There's always at least a hotline.
that's true. There's always at least a hotline willing to listen.
And my hospital specifically does take in charity. So if someone doesn't have insurance and they can't pay for it, there are ways to help them pay for it.
Yeah, and so I found, like, so I stopped taking it and I started playing Halo. Which doesn't sound like a good outlet, but then I started... Hold on.
No, I get it.
Arby is my
No,
therapist.
I started to talk to people online, and I started, like, because I was being bullied heavily in school, and that's what sent me to, like, the hospital, was because I was, like, doing a lot of very, very not okay threats to my well-being. And when I got out, I stopped taking the medication. I started playing Halo more. I started being introduced to strangers that slowly became my friends, and next thing I knew, I was being invited to, like, these Xbox Live games, and they were like, "Hey man, it's Gadget Man 7! Hell yeah!" And I was like, "Oh, I'm liked." So finding like,
Validation.
yeah, well, it was validation, but it also helped me, like, feel better about myself, because they weren't like, "Hey man, can you, like, not say stupid shit?" They were like, "Hey, say that stupid shit. We like you." It was acceptance, not validation. So if you go to the right people and, like, get help, people will be more than willing to, like, accept you for your flaws and shit like that. I'm looking at Alex. I'm like, this is okay, right? I'm not giving, like, because I feel like you know.
Well, like,
Alex is just going to straight up put you in a straitjacket.
I'm not a therapist, I'm not a nurse, and I'm not a doctor. However, most of this to me does sound like good advice. We're not saying, take this medication, do this specifically.
You see, if you just
Go
take
to
nothing
the
but, like,
professionals.
LSD, some
Fuck off.
acid, some angel dust. No, scratch that.
And
You know,
the hard fuck off. Go seek professional help if you are having problems. That's the best advice you can give.
I mean, almost any help from someone that you trust is the big thing.
Yeah.
Because, like, if you can't afford professional help, you do have a hotline.
There's hotlines. There are several free counseling websites where you can talk to a counselor live, and I assume they're accredited.
I hope so.
I hope so if they're running a counseling website, and all that. But and then there's also there's almost always some kind of charity somewhere. You just have to do a little bit of searching sometimes.
Yeah.
The problem is wanting to help yourself. That's
Yeah.
a big thing. Sorry, continue.
I don't always see it as just wanting to help yourself. I mean, it is. It is. You should realize that point where no one's going to help you. You need to.
Well, and the thing is you should only do it for yourself.
No, definitely. For sure.
It's it's not like, oh, people don't like me the way I am right now, I should do this so they'll like me.
Yeah.
No, it's because there is a problem. The problem needs to be fixed.
Yeah, no, for sure. But also for a lot of people, there's a barrier they need to cross because upbringing.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Marcos had a very different upbringing than you two.
Yeah.
For reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Reasons we won't necessarily get into, but reasons. Our upbringing, I get where he's coming from. You know what? Just start drinking. Just fucking...
Mm-hmm.
You got a problem, take a couple shots, you'll forget about it tomorrow, whatever. Because that's how we were raised, because of our upbringing.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas, it was fine for you to accept mental health. I have several times...
Oh, wait, that's very presumptuous. Don't say what it was. But
You got
it. Okay.
You got it.
Yeah.
You got the mental health.
Mm-hmm.
Several times throughout my childhood, I said, there's something wrong. I'm
Mm.
not okay the way I am. And it was always just, you're fine, don't worry about it, you'll get over it.
Yeah.
You got the help.
Mm.
Even if you maybe had to fight for it, you got the help. So that's another thing you gotta accept. Like, the way you were raised wasn't always the right way to be raised.
That's true.
Yeah.
And also, like...
Well, then, like you said, it's a matter of breaking down that barrier.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, if you're of the age to help yourself, go do that searching. If you're not of the age where you can do it by yourself, you know, say, hey, no, it's been like 6 months or it's been however long it's been. I'm still feeling those things.
Yeah, and find someone. Like, someone that you can trust that's an adult that'll, like... Because I know there are people that, like, their parents won't listen.
Yeah.
But, like, a trusted adult will definitely, like... but also, real quick, like, I didn't have to fight for the help. I was forced to get it, was the thing.
Yeah.
I was either going to get expelled from middle school or I had to go to a mental hospital. Those were my two options. So I was forced to get it, which I didn't know if I... that was kind of weird.
Sometimes you have to, like, be forced into getting the help. Sometimes, you may not even realize there's a problem until someone's like, hey, go here. And it's like, oh, there is a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I get what you mean. There are those barriers, and there are big fucking hurdles.
The other thing is make sure that your help that you're getting is accredited.
Yes,
Yeah.
please. That is like...
For the love of God, if you are seeking professional help, make sure it's accredited.
Because
Make sure it's
sometimes
professional.
The help you think you're getting could just make things worse.
Yeah.
Go into a little story. This is a young child that lost a parent, right?
Mm-hmm.
And going back into school, they decided, oh, well, you're not the only one around that's kind of had to go through this. And not necessarily a parent, but, family members and stuff. So we're going to start a grief counseling group, right? Okay, yeah, fine, sure. Now, at this point, this was high school, I believe. Yeah, this was high school. I had lost a parent in middle school, so at this point, I was already a couple years out. I was a little past it, but it was still messing me up, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But they saw it as, oh, well, he can deal with it, so now he needs to be counseling the people that just lost.
Wait, they made you the...
They made you counsel others?
Yeah.
That's part of your way of... Wow, that's
That's
understanding.
fucked up.
It's kind of understanding, but not really.
That's very flawed logic.
It's like saying, like, hey, you know what? Since you went through this, how about you help?
Hey, Marcos,
so-
you work
You
at an
see,
automotive shop. Are you a
I
mechanic?
can kind of see
You
where
can
they're
get
coming
the
from.
logic
though.
behind
You
it.
kind
Well,
of.
because we
It's
do
good on
something-
paper.
Yeah.
We do
Poor
something
execution.
vaguely similar at work.
Mm-hmm.
Vaguely similar.
Mm-hmm.
So what it is sometimes, especially with the adolescents, because kids will listen to other kids more than they will adults sometimes.
Yeah, for sure.
So the kids that are like on their last day or two of being at the hospital will lead a guided process group.
Mm-hmm.
There's still a therapist there, and they're gonna like help guide it, but then the kids that have been there for a couple of days kind of go through their journey with the newer people.
Yeah, so they don't feel as like lost.
That makes
and-
sense. Well, for me, it was very much, okay, these are some people, you're going to start seeing them after school, you're going to talk them through their problems.
No, that's not okay.
Yeah, that's super flawed. You had like no supervision with that, and you had no training. That shit is not fucking okay.
All right, kid, look. There's this guy named Elmo on the corner of the street. You give him $40. He's going to use 20 to get the bottle, and then 20 for himself.
For himself, he's got to take a little scratch off the top.
So,
You
just
lock
tell
yourself
him
up
to
for a
get-
night, you put on the tunes, you drink half the bottle, not the whole thing.
and then you're good.
Yikes.
But what if the
Yeah, that's a
memories
big
come
group
back?
from Ichi.
What if the memories come back up? You get another
That's what the other-
$40.
That's what the other half the bottle's for.
That's it.
That's a fucking yikes from me.
But I'm gonna end this up on a little lighter note. Like,
Mm-hmm.
this is why I do like doing podcasts, is because you get to see more of us, like our truer selves.
We're
Like,
not always just being
like,
dumb shits.
yeah, we're not always dumb fucks. We're also human beings that want to entertain. I really want to entertain people, of course. I love seeing smiles on people's faces.
Alex is doing the Doctor Strange finger.
I just wanted to say, like, even if the first therapist you do go to doesn't work out, there's literally millions of different kinds of therapists.
True.
So don't get discouraged because the first one you went to doesn't really help that much.
Yeah.
That's another big thing.
Yeah. Okay. Continue.
So,
You were a comedian, weren't you?
I did do stand-up for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I miss doing it, but you know what? It's okay, because I'm pretty sure if I did stand up again, I'm pretty sure I'd see customers and they'd probably try and knock me out.
You tell a story that was a little too close to home because it was them.
Yeah, yeah, it's like,
Well, if the shoe fits, stick bag.
wait, that was me though. But even then, gonna end it on that. Like, you know, it's nice to get everybody in, talk, see how we're all doing, and of course, it's always nice for you guys to stick around and listen to us. And you know, hopefully you learned something from this. If you didn't, you came by and you got a nice little listen in.
Yeah. At the very least,
We jumped from like we started with Schwarzenegger kicks
all over
and
the
ended
place.
with like
Everywhere.
a talk on
It's
depression.
fine.
And then
It's
we
so
got
fun.
to movie production, and then I got to
the-
get the craft service boy to fucking get my sandwich for once.
Where the fuck are our sandwiches? Look,
I don't know. I'll ask him.
What do you mean him? It's you.
No, sorry, that's not happening.
Guys, at the very least, we're the best podcast to kill 2 hours of background noise.
Yep, and thank you guys for loading us on your off time, and we hope to see you in the next one. Bye,
Bye.
guys.
Later.